Marcus Vinecourt.
University of Alberta, Min Nguyen.
Olivia Brenzen.
Jack Aho. Jaden DeBryan. Garrett Brenzen.
Cale Koyman.
From the University of British Columbia, Anna Dumont-Bélanger.
Xavier Pimentel, University of Calgary.
Hannah Bennett.
Dalhousie University, Liam Ferguson.
Elaine Gentleman.
Quinn Nolan.
Logan Sparks.
Kate Tuck.
University of Guelph, Liz Graves. Hannah Nordquist.
Université Laval, Niels Bongers.
Axel Cara.
University of Lethbridge, Rain Arden.
Parker Brown.
Cassara Holm.
University of Manitoba, Kara Jodick.
Kelsey Filion.
McGill University, Bruno de Lemelin.
McGill University, Cameron Carlisle.
McGill University, Greta Zaffaroli.
McGill University, Marion Sinishin.
McMaster University, Shauna Walker-DeYoung.
Université de Montréal, Ryan Benadad.
Université de Montréal, Nicolas Boily.
Les Caravanes Université de Montréal, Jacob Saint-Germain.
The University of Ottawa, Josephine Streppel.
U Ottawa, Rachel McInnes.
University of Ottawa, Jack Haycock.
U Ottawa, Jacob Mobella.
U Ottawa, Sam Greenshields.
University of Ottawa, Alex Stropel.
University of Regina, Jacob Corpin.
University of Regina, Matthew Bruff.
University of Regina, Ovesh Burahu.
Université de Sherbrooke, Eve Landry.
University of Victoria, Elijah Augustinelli Stull.
University of Victoria, William Risk.
University of Victoria, Isabella Bernaro.
University of Victoria, Mark Toyana.
University of Waterloo, Aiden Ipico.
University of Waterloo, Raymond Duong.
University of Waterloo, Suyang Choi.
University of Waterloo, Alan Zhang.
University of Waterloo, Alyssa Zhang. Western University, Claire McLeod.
Jonathan Pike. Kieran Stone. David Hickey.
Wilfrid Laurier University, Kelton Langman.
Ken Goney.
University of Toronto, Jacob Gallant.
Brendan Oswald.
University of Toronto, Michael Sava.
University of Toronto, Sydney Winokur. University of Toronto, Angelica Bath.
Gabriel Master Mateo.
University of Toronto, Tina Guan.
Congratulations. Put your hands together for your 2025 U Sports Swimming graduates.
Merci Ashley. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillons maintenant vous lever pour l'interprétation de notre hymne national.
Fans, would you please rise as able for the playing of our national anthem?
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
U-Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Theraburn Medical Supplies, Les Bag Baron Rings, APAR, and by BioSteel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and swimming fans from across the land, and welcome to the 2025 U-Sports Swimming Championships. It's the third and final day here at the University of Toronto's Varsity Pool, and we are set for another exciting night of racing. My name is Amos Vang, and alongside my partner, 2024 U-Sports Top 8 Academic All-Canadian and former Varsity Blues standout Ainsley McMurray, we are thrilled to bring you all the action on this final day.
C'est vrai, Amos. Après 2 jours de compétition incroyable, UBC est au-dessus des autres équipes au championnat, chez les hommes ainsi que chez les dames. La profondeur des Thunderbirds a été pleinement démontrée. L'équipe féminine se trouve confortablement en première place, 500 points d'avance sur les Dinos de Calgary qui se trouvent en deuxième. McGill est tellement proche en troisième place, seulement 6 points séparent les deux équipes. Et les Varsity Blues de Toronto restent donc à la 4e position. Du côté des messieurs, UBC mène la compétition avec 947 points. Mais Toronto n'est pas loin, seulement 200 séparent les deux programmes. Calgary et McGill se livrent encore une lutte serrée pour la 3e place.
Now, day 2 was a full freestyle and the 50-meter butterfly. UBC's Blake Tierney also made history, setting a new 100-meter backstroke record, while Finlay Knox added another U-Sports record in the 200-meter individual medley.
Et n'oublions pas Eric Ginsberg, le nageur de York, a livré des performances impressionnantes. Il a non seulement remporté le 50 mètres nage libre, mais a également établi un nouveau record U-Sports aux 50 mètres papillon. Et l'une des meilleures nouvelles de ce championnat est le fait que les Golden Hawks de Laurier reconnaissent Eric comme un des leurs. Eric est le seul nageur de York présent à la compétition et déjà 3 médailles d'or à son nom. Durant ces championnats, l'équipe des Golden Hawks de Laurier ont montré leur support pour Eric en lui donnant leur encouragement. Vraiment une bonne représentation de la famille de la OUA.
Toronto's men, who are the defending champions as well, had some strong performances last night, particularly from Albert Bully and Nathan Thomas, who finished second in the 50-meter freestyle and 200-meter breaststroke, respectively. And in the 400-meter freestyle, Quinn Mateus fought hard to secure a podium finish for the Varsity Blues. But that was last night. Ainsley, what's in store for us tonight?
Nous attendons à une soirée de course fantastique. Voici ce qu'il y a au programme de la 3e journée. Nous aurons d'abord le 200 mètres papillon, suivi du 50 mètres brasse et du 100 mètres nage libre. Par la suite, nous verrons le 200 mètres d'eau, suivi de nos épreuves de nage libre longue distance, le 800 mètres féminin et le 1500 libre masculin. Nous terminerons le championnat avec les relais 400 mètres nage, toujours électriques, et un moment particulièrement spécial pour les athlètes qui graduent.
Well, it's going to be an action-packed evening, and we can't wait to see how it all unfolds, who will achieve a new power level and the form of Ultra Instinct. Stick with us as we bring you all the coverage of Day 3 from the 2025 U Sports Swimming Championships on CBC.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome, bienvenue à la U Sports National Swimming Championships.
It's Day 3 of the 2025 U Sports Swimming Championships on CBC, with the first event of the night being the C final of the women's 200-meter butterfly. That's 8 lengths of the pool in this C final.
Je peux pas imaginer une meilleure course pour commencer notre dernière soirée de finale, le 200 mètres papillon. Ceci est vraiment une course difficile. Nager même un 50 de papillon, ça va tout en prendre, mais refaire ça pour 4,50, c'est vraiment difficile. Il y a des athlètes ici qui vont sortir rapidement et pas tant être capables de terminer. C'est vraiment une course d'endurance.
As we enter the quarter point of this C final, the first to touch the wall is over in lane 3, Sydney Stewart of the University of Toronto Varsity Blues. 30:87 is her time so far.
Yeah, Sid Stewart was a huge pickup for U of T. I mean, after graduating 10 of our top girls, any new blood was really important, but she's been able to bring in a whack load of points and is just going to bring more in this C final.
Sydney Stewart still a close pack across the field so far, but still trying to barely hold on to the lead as we head up to the halfway point of the C final. The first to touch will this time be in lane 6, Robin Vadeka of the Mustangs. Her time, 1:06 exact.
Yeah, Robin Vadeka, another big name in this pool. She is a huge point scorer for Western. Robin Vadeka de Western, elle va être capable de leur scorer beaucoup de points. C'était une recrue très importante pour eux.
Starting to see a bit of differentiation across the field. Sydney Stewart trying to spread her way across the rest of the pack, but she's challenged hard over by Vadeka and Lauren Anthony. The first to touch at this point, three-quarter way point, 1:42.33. It's still Robin Vadeka.
Yeah, here Lauren Anthony trying to make a move. She looked really good coming into that wall, but sometimes if you miss your touch a little bit, someone else can get ahead. From what I was seeing, it looked like lane 7 was ahead of 6, but I think 6 just had that little extra go into the wall.
Here they come down the final stretch. It's the dying few lengths here. As they try to enter down, it's a close-way battle across the pool right now. 3-way or 4-way battle at this point. The first to end this C final will be Sydney Stewart, who had the lead in the beginning, lost it, but then got it back when it mattered most. 2:19.77 is the final time. Canada's best basketball players are in Vancouver March 13th to the 16th for the 2025 Indochino Final 8, presented by Victory Creative Group. Catch complete coverage next weekend on CBC Gem, CBCSports.ca, and CBC Sports YouTube. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. As we enter the B final of this same event, the women's 200-meter butterfly. Swimmers are on the blocks. The fastest qualifier for the B final, 2:19.27. That's Greta Gulias from the UBC Thunderbirds.
Yeah, UBC doesn't seem to have any shortage of talent across all of the events. Greta Gulias definitely one to watch. Another swimmer to watch is Isabella Brunora. She was a top recruit back 4 years ago now. Started at University of Toronto and then transferred back out west to Victoria. This is her bread and butter, the 200 butterflyer, so she will be one to watch.
As we enter the quarter-way point of this big final, the first to turn on the wall is way over in lane 7. Angel Yao from U of T with 29.63 as her time.
Yeah, Angel, a top recruit for U of T, like I was mentioning about Sydney Stewart in the previous heat. We graduated so many girls, so getting Angel and all of her talent was a big pickup for U of T. Angel Yao dans le couloir 7 et pour le moment en première. Elle était une vraiment bonne recrue pour Toronto et démontre son talent dans la piscine maintenant.
Angel Yao finding herself in an early lead. Touching first and turning. 1:03.38 is the time at the turn, about a full body length ahead of the rest of the competition.
Dans le 200 papillon, c'est vraiment important d'avoir du bon timing pour tes virages parce que tu ne veux pas perdre aucune vitesse. C'est tellement une course difficile. Donc, toutes ces nageuses travaillent de jour en jour pour perfectionner leur virage et leur toucher au mur. Angel Yao, pour le moment, a l'air de vraiment utiliser la distance sous l'eau pour garder son avance.
So Angel Yao still dominant in front of the rest of the pack. She will turn at 1:39.52 as there's a 4-way battle for second in this B final.
Yeah, really impressive performances across the pool. All of these girls are hurting right now. You're going to see some people's arms are going to be struggling to get out. This is where you need to keep your kick strong. That was one thing I was never able to do. Once my legs died, I was done in the 200 fly. But these girls, this is what they work. And so far, Angel is still looking extremely smooth.
Angel's lost a little bit of ground, but still relatively in the lead. Can she hold them off? Dying few meters of the pool. Angel Yao will take the B final in comfortable fashion. 2:17.38 is her final time.
Yeah, and in second in that heat, Mia Stein Bloomberg. She is originally a 200 flyer, so she will be really happy with this performance.
As we now get set for the A finals, here's the start list for the A finals of the women's 200-meter butterfly. Nina Mullen, your fastest qualifier, with a time of 2:14.84 in the A final. She's already got an event under her belt last night. The question is, can she do so for tonight's event? There are also 2 McGill swimmers in lanes 5 and 3, so this will be an exciting event to look forward to.
Yeah, 3 McGill, 2 Calgary. This is right now, tonight to watch. I mean, UBC is so far ahead. Like, they're going to be really difficult to catch by anyone. But McGill and Calgary have only 6 points between the two of them. So McGill getting 3 girls in this final compared to Calgary's 2 is extremely important. These girls know the pressure that they're under to get that second spot, so that will be what the focus is in this race. McGill ont réussi à qualifier 3 filles dans cette finale, comparé aux 2 de Calgary. Les deux équipes sont à seulement 6 points l'un de l'autre au début de la soirée, donc chaque point va vraiment compter. Et le fait que McGill a réussi à qualifier 3 filles dans cette finale A va vraiment faire une grosse différence.
Taking a look at the record so far for this event. The meet record is 2:08.69, set back all the way in 2007. Well, the pool record, 2:05.76 in 2009. Both of these records set by Audrey Lacroix. And the Canadian record set by the great Summer McIntosh just a few months ago. 1:59.32 is the time, so some records on the line. Question is, will they be broken today?
The Toronto Varsity Blues 2024 OUA 200-meter butterfly silver medalist, Katie Stanizova.
As we now start to round out the 8 finalists, the lights are on. The swimmers are on the blocks. Here we go. 8 lengths of the pool. This is the A final of the women's 200-meter butterfly.
Yeah, this is honestly Nina's race to win, Nina's race to lose. This is her specialty, her bread and butter. We've seen her all weekend, but this is the event that she trains for day in and day out. So she will be the one to watch. Ça, c'est la course de Nina Mullen. Elle travaille, on l'a vu toute cette fin de semaine, mais ça, c'est la course à laquelle elle travaille tous les jours. Donc ça va être tous les yeux sur elle pour ce 200 mètres papillon.
At the quarterway point in this race, the first to touch and turn will be in lane 4, Nina Mullen of U of T. 31.8 is her time, but it's still a close battle as expected.
Yeah, a little bit of a glide into that wall for Nina. She's probably not out quite where she wants to be, but this is going to be a very strong showing for her, and trust me, she is not one to back down. So if she misses one wall, she's going to nail every single other one she can.
Nina Mullen with a bit of a half body length lead from the rest of the competition. Still trying to get through forward. She still has the lead. She will touch and turn the wall first. 1:03.48 is her time at the halfway point.
Yeah, so McGill currently sits in 2nd and 4th with Calgary in 3rd and in 5th. This is an absolutely riveting race between the two schools. On the outside lanes, Katie Stano and Laura Willer are both Point Claire products, so they are almost having a little home turf battle to see which Point Claire girl is going to be taking this race.
So Mullen still comfortably in the lead at the 3/quarter-way point. 1:37.68 is the time at the turn. The rest of the pack is still trying to catch up to her, not that far off behind.
Naomi Lowe, capitaine de McGill, ce 200 papillons est sa dernière course de U-Sport, donc elle va vouloir prendre cette deuxième place du podium ou sinon essayer de rattraper Nina. Elle est vraiment une force, une majeure de distance, donc elle va faire tout ce qu'elle peut.
It's the final stretch going down. A 3-way battle for second, but it's going to be Nina Mullen, or she may have to hold it off. Nina Mullen will touch the wall first, gets the gold. 2:13.29 is the final time for Nina Mullen. Naomi Lowe, not that far off, 2:14.01. She touches second in this one for McGill.
And Emily DeChazal from McGill securing that 3rd spot. Huge point pickup for McGill. I mean, this is the differentiator. These two girls super happy. And Iris Tinmouth placing 6th to score a boatload of points for McGill. Oh, they're just celebrating having the moment of their careers.
So U of T takes on a gold in this event. Nina Mullen, once again, congratulations to her for taking it on as we head over to the C final of the men's 200-meter butterfly. swimmers are on the blocks. All set underway for 8 lengths of the pool.
There are some names in this heat that I never expected to see doing a 200 fly. I mean, listen, Keir Ogilvie, he is a butterflyer, but he is a sprint butterflyer. So the fact that on this last day of competition, he's attempting to do the 200 fly, I am so impressed. He's going to be out with a lot of speed. An athlete that might not be out with as much speed, but is going to bring it home is Hayden Bartok in lane 4. He is a distance swimmer at his core, and he is going to do everything he can to reel in these guys on that second 100.
As Jack Cameron touches first at the quarterway point, 26.47 is the time at the turn. C-final still is contested by anybody at this point in time.
Oui, nous allons voir quelques athlètes ici qui sortent vraiment vite. Keir Ogilvie de UBC, Aiden Harris de l'Université de Toronto et Jack Cameron de l'Université de la Colombie-Britannique sortent les 3 en premier, mais tous les autres gars dans cette piscine vont essayer de les rattraper en ce moment.
57.06 at the turn. Jack Cameron leading the rest of the pack over in lane 3 of the halfway point. Still a close battle in contention between 3 different lanes. It's going to be Cameron and Harris battling it out. This time at the 3-quarter-way point, the first to touch. This time, Aiden Harris of U of T has taken the lead. 1:28.56 is the time.
Yeah, Aiden Harris was out fast, but is really holding strong right now. University of Manitoba swimmer Andrew Usan is looking around a little bit. That's something that butterflyers can do sometimes, try to look to the side. So he's really trying to race for this finish.
It's the final stretch going down. Here come the finalists coming down to the C final. It's going to be a close one coming down in the last 10 meters. Who will touch first? Lane 3's Jack Cameron out touches 2:01.29. The leader for the majority of the race finally takes it when it matters most.
La Coupe universitaire BioSteel 2025 en direct d'Ottawa. Suivez les meilleures équipes de hockey masculin dès le 20 mars à 13h heure de l'Est sur radiocanada.ca/sport et ici tout.tv. Du sport à Radio-Canada. Visez haut.
As we get set for the B final. You get another 8 lengths of the pool for butterfly.
So another athlete, a first-year athlete that we've been seeing throughout this whole entire competition, Carter Sheffel of the University of Calgary at it again. He has had an almost impossible schedule throughout, finishing it off with a 200 butterfly. I mean, I'm so impressed at his ability to do that.
At the wall, the turn's going to go well over in lane 8. 26.57 is the time at the turn, but it's still going to be pretty close across the board for this B final.
Robin Domingo de McGill sort en premier. Il y a vraiment beaucoup de vitesse dans ce premier 50. On va voir s'il est capable de finir. Et Yegor Semeniuk de McGill, son coéquipier aussi, dans la bataille pour la première place de ce 200 mètres papillon.
This time we're seeing a bit of a differentiation over in lane 5's very own Victor Young. He will touch first and turn. 57.02 is the time at the turn.
Quand Victor Young de l'Université de Montréal est sorti de l'eau ce matin, il m'a dit « Ouch, ça fait mal ». Et ma première réponse est « Ah, tu vas avoir la chance de le refaire encore ce soir ». Pour le moment, il est en première place. Je suis sûre qu'il y a mal encore, mais des fois, c'est être capable de surmonter ça et finir tout en force. Et c'est ça qu'il va tenter de faire.
Young still with a slight lead, but he's being challenged over by Robin Domingo. Robin Domingo does take the lead in this one. 1:28.80 at the 3-quarter-way point.
Yeah, only 8 100 separating Victor Young and Robin Domingo. RSEC rivals when Victor Ayang got out of the pool this morning. He said, ouch, that hurts, and that really summarizes the 200 fly for you. I am sure they're all hurting in the pool right now. It's who is going to be able to push back the hurt. Looks like Carter Scheffel is going to be making a push. Let's see how this finishes out.
Here comes the final push with the rest of the pack. It's going to be a battle over in lane 5, and that will do it. Victor Ayang will take back the lead and the B final. 2 minutes 6:9 is his final time.
Victor Ayang shaking his head in the pool. I'm sure that he's thinking all about how much it hurt. And we will now be heading towards the A final, the big 200 butterfly final of the night.
It's certainly going to be a big one. I'm already seeing some recognizable names from the entirety of this meet on the heat sheets here in this A final of the men's 200-meter butterfly. We've got Finley Knox, Bill Dongfang, two of the fastest qualifiers for this particular event.
Yeah, I mean, U of T boasts 4 A finalists in this event. They also had a swimmer in the B and a swimmer in the C. I mean, I don't know many programs that can have that many 200 flyers, that many people that want to put themselves through that pain. L'Université de Toronto ont 4 finalistes, Michael Sava, Benjamin Lowen, Bill Dongfang et Brendan Oswald. C'est un vraiment bon programme pour que tous ces hommes-là sont capables de se pousser de jour en jour.
So we got Finley Knox for the UBC Thunderbirds down there in lane 5. 1:58.63 is the time. Bill Dongfang is the fastest qualifier in this one from U of T. 1:58.45 is his qualifying time. So again, look out for these two. And also looking at the records for this event. The main record being 1:54.56 set in 2015 by Coleman Allen. The pool record set by the great Zach Chetrath all the way back from 2014, 1:55.17. And who could forget Ilya Karun just a few months ago with a Canadian record, 1:48.24. The lights are on. The swimmers are on the blocks. Here we go. 8 lengths of the pool of butterfly. This is the men's 200-meter butterfly.
This is going to be a battle. I mean, all of these men are so strong. Most of them have represented Canada in the past, either in a junior or a senior capacity. I mean, this is going to be an absolute nail-biter. I have no idea how it's going to land. Finley Knox out to the early lead, but Bill Dongfang and Ben Lowen are going to do their best to reel him in at the end.
Finley Knox ahead of the field by just a little bit. 25.01 is his time at the turn. That's the quarterway point. Plenty of swimming left to go.
So most of the time when athletes are swimming, you cannot hear anything. Your head is in the water and you're focused on your race. However, Michael Sava's father, Catalin Sava, has figured out exactly how to cheer on his son. He will yell, "Kick," as loud as he can every time that Michael breathes, and it is the only time that I have heard anybody able to hear someone while they are swimming.
Well, that's incredible, but that's also, as we keep in mind, the halfway point, 53.99, still Finley Knox in the lead. That's a quite incredible feat to do, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, being able to yell it loud enough and time it perfectly, but this is what all of these athletes are thinking right now. Just kick, kick, kick. Keep those legs strong. Keep those arms strong. Right now, Ben Lowen is making any push that he can to try to catch Finley.
It's the 3/4 point. Finley Knox still has the lead, but he's being challenged a little bit by Benjamin Lowen of U of T. 1:23.85 at the turn. It's going to be a bit of a battle.
Yeah, honestly, the 200 fly, this is Ben's race. I think if anyone has a chance to dethrone Finley Knox, it's going to be Ben Lowen. That turn was not perfectly timed, but he is going to use his underwater skills to try to reel him in right now.
Benjamin Lowen trying to catch up to him, but Finley Knox is just going to go too far away. Finley Knox will touch first. 1:53.67 is his time, and he breaks the U Sports record originally 154.56, 153.67 is the new record.
Yeah, Ben Lowen also under the previous meet record for that. Very impressive swims from both of them. And Bill Dongfang, who was our top seed and last year's 200 butterfly champion, will be rounding out the podium in a time of 156.26. Bravo à tous les nageurs.
As the swimmers wait to get out of the pool, again, 153.67 is the new U Sports record in this event. And that concludes the 200-meter butterfly sections for both the women's and the men's side. We'll be moving on to the 50-meter breaststroke, the women's C final.
Vous avez peut-être vu Mats Baradat sortir de l'eau particulièrement vite. Il a besoin de se préparer pour son 1500 mètres libre dans peu de temps. Ça vous montre à quel point, même dans cette dernière soirée de compétition, les nageurs sont prêts à faire tout pour leurs équipes. A name you might recognize from yesterday, Erin Epp got scratched into the C final of the 200 IM. We know that she has a strong breaststroke leg. Let's see what she's able to do here on the outside of this heat.
It's only going to be 2 lengths, a close battle across the pool as expected. Here they come down the final 12.5 meters left in this pool. Kate Tuck struggling to get into the lead, but it's going to be Hannah Nordquist barely up in front, but still too close to call. But Hannah Nordquist will confirm the victory in the C final. 32.86 is the time. You can catch the best U Sports women's hockey teams as they face off in the 2025 Miller Waste Systems U Sports Women's Hockey Championships, March 20th to 23rd in Woolwich, Ontario. Watch it live here on CBC Gem, CBCSports.ca, and CBC Sports YouTube. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. And now we've got the B final incoming for the women's 50-meter breaststroke.
Oui, beaucoup plus de noms que vous allez reconnaître de cette fin de semaine. Natalie Day, qui s'est qualifiée en première, va tenter de marquer encore plus de points pour McGill. 2 nageurs de McGill dans cette série, 3 de Calgary. Ça va être pas mal difficile pour McGill de marquer plus de points que eux. Donc, ces 2 dames vont vouloir se démarquer dans cette série.
Natalie Day trying to hold off the rest of the competition. As expected, it's close, coming down to the last 5 meters in this B final. The first to touch will be over in the lane 6, Ryan Ketterhagen. 32.35 is her time. She improves from today and takes the B final.
So in this event, a name that you're not seeing is Shona Branton. She had to pull out of the U Sports Championships, but she is your U Sports record holder. She set it last year in the prelims, which is extremely difficult to do, and then went on at night to break the long course U Sports record as well. So she holds both of them. Amazing breaststroker. Her being absent really opens up the field for all the rest of these girls. 3 from Calgary here and 1 from McGill. So that's going to be a big pickup of points. Mimi Mastro-Mateo is going to be doing everything she can to score as many points for McGill as possible.
And there's the start list of the A finals of the women's 50-meter breaststroke. Looking at the pool record and the Canadian records, both set in 2009 by the same person, Amanda Reason, back when you had the super suits back then in 2009. As we'll be seeing the fields here, who will come out on top in this short sprint of 2 lengths of the pool.
Oui, une nageuse que vous allez reconnaître, Romane Herring dans le couloir 1 et la médaille de bronze dans le 100 et le 200. Elle va tenter de finir avec 3 médailles dans les épreuves de brasse. On va voir ce qu'elle est capable de faire. And Eloise Allen in lane 5 from UBC, she has been a dominant force throughout the whole competition. She is extremely talented throughout all of the 50s. You've seen her in backstroke, you've seen her in fly, and now here in the breaststroke, she will show just how versatile of an athlete she is. Similar story with Mimi Mastro-Mateo. She has been doing some backstroke, some butterfly, some breaststroke. The ability to master all of these strokes is extremely difficult, so both of those athletes are going to be two to watch.
Well, that rounds out the A finals here. The lights are on. The swimmers are about to step onto the blocks. Here we go. 2 lengths of the pool. You'll blink and you'll miss it. The A final of the women's 50-meter breaststroke.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about everybody who's here right now in this heat, and but the one to watch, all eyes are going to be on Alexandre Lepage. She had a blistering fast time this morning, and she's going to be attempting to lower that time and also perhaps scare Shona's record as well. Let's see what she's able to do here.
Here they come down the final 12.5 meters, a close battle across the board. Alexandre Lepage trying to inch her way into the lead. She barely has it, and she will touch first. 34.9 is the time. She takes the gold in this event.
Yeah, very impressive swims for UBC. Another podium sweep in lane 4, 5, and 3 respectively. What amazing performances for all 3 women.
As we head on to the men's side of the 50-meter breaststroke, this is the C final. The meet record set in 2022, 26.65 by Apollo Hess. As the swimmers get ready for the C final.
Eric Linsyson dans le couloir 4 et l'athlète qui a gagné le prix de service communautaire. Très bon athlète et bonne personne en général. Nathan Thomas in lane 6. He went in his 50 breast right now to qualify for the C finals was 0.6 seconds slower than what he went out in his 100 breast. If that's not a 200 breaststroke move, I don't know what is.
And the one to take the C final will be over in lane 5. Cameron Brill, 28.32 is the time at the very, very end. Eric Linsyson just behind him, 28.40.
Les meilleures équipes se battent pour le championnat U-Sport à Brandon, Manitoba du 21 au 23 mars. Suivez toute l'action en direct à radiocanada.ca/sport et issutout.tv. l'U-Sport à Radio-Canada. Visez haut.
Here comes the B final of the men's 50-meter breaststroke. Portia Carter, 28.05 was his qualifying time, the fastest in this B final.
Yeah, Cameron Courchaine Carter, first year at Brock Badgers, he had an extremely impressive OUA performance and is now going to be attempting to make his mark on the U Sports scene as well. Another first year that's really been making a mark at this meet is Nick Duncan of Calgary. So those two rookies are really going to be seeing what they can do here.
Hard fought battle to the very, very end. It's going to be close across the board, and the one to touch first is Kent Goni Avila of Wilfrid Laurier University. 27.87 is the time as he ends the B final.
Yeah, he's had some absolutely amazing performances so far at U Sports and also at OUAs less than a month ago. He is really making a breakthrough at the Laurier program.
And as we get set for the A finals of the men's 50-meter breaststroke, the Canadian record set by Finlay Knox just a few months ago, 26.30 was the time for the Canadian record. He is not in the heats for the A finals.
No, he is not, but there are lots of names to watch. Hugo Lemel de Ottawa s'est qualifié en premier dans cette épreuve. Il va tenter de regagner l'épreuve qu'il a gagnée l'année passée au même championnat. And one athlete I think is to watch in lane 1 from Alberta, Cale Koyman. He won U Sports long course in 2019 and 2020. He then raced it in 2022 and he got COVID during the competition and wasn't able to do the final. So technically, he has never lost a 50 breaststroke at U Sports before. So I think he's one to watch. He has spent the last 2 years in Europe doing a master's and is now back at med school in Alberta. Their program is unfortunately getting cut after this meet, so he is going to try to do everything he can for the U of A in this event.
So certainly some important things on the line there for Cale Koyman. Again, the meet record, 26.65 by Apollo, has set March 26, 2022. Pool record in 2009, it's 27.04 being the time set by Scott Dickens. As we begin to round out the A finals, this is going to be a very fast one.
Yeah, another athlete to watch, Isaac Allen from Western in lane 2. I mean, he does everything from the 50 breast to the 400 free. Not a combination we usually see.
The lights are on. The swimmers are on the blocks. Here we go. It's going to be a quick 2 lengths of the pool. This is the men's 50-meter breaststroke.
These men have so much strength. The breaststroke is such a difficult event. You need to have so much power, and you can see it off the blocks. Wow, these stroke rates right now are incredibly quick. All of the men touching together. It is really too close to call. This is still anybody's race. Whoever has the second half has this race.
It's a close battle to the finish across the board. Here they come down the last 5 meters. Who will touch first? It's over in lane 4. Hugo Lemel of the University of Ottawa GG's touching 27.14. He takes this event in a close-fought battle. Everybody was under 28 seconds, so very much a close one.
Oui, Hugo Lemel de Ottawa vient juste de gagner. Il a tellement de support de son université en ce moment.
As we move on to the C finals of the women's 100-meter freestyle, this time it's 4 lengths of the pool.
Dans le couloir 1 de l'Université de Montréal, Raphaël Dandois-Sanson est une des meilleures sprinteuses du pays en junior. Elle était tellement forte. Elle a pris 3 ans de pause du sport de natation. Et quand elle a repris de faire du sport, elle a joint l'équipe de rugby de l'Université de Montréal. Et une fois qu'elle a commencé à voir à quel point c'était amusant le sport universitaire, elle a décidé de reprendre la natation. Et la voilà dans la finale C du 100 mètres libre.
26.86 is the time of the turn. The halfway point, Kayla Holder leading the rest of the way.
Yeah, I mean, Kayla Holder was a huge pickup for U of T. Currently, she is extremely injured, in so much pain. Right now, this is all about pain management for her. So the fact that she is having these performances under the conditions that she is absolutely stunning.
As it's going to be a tight finish to the wall. The first to touch in the C final is Dandois Samson. 56.60 rather is the time at the touch. She takes the C final.
Yeah, a really great showing from Raphaël Dandois-Sanson. She will be very happy with that race.
The best teams head to Hamilton for the 2025 U Sports Women's Volleyball Championship, March 14th to 16th. Catch the action exclusively beginning March 16th on CBC Gem, cbcsports.ca, and CBC Sports YouTube. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. As we now have the B final. The U Sports record and the pool record are the exact same. 52-4-6 set by Sandrine Mainville at the exact same event 7 years ago. Sandrine also now being a lawyer at Bourne-Latner-Gervais in Montreal. Had the great chance of talking with her a number of years ago.
Yeah, I've been chasing Sandrine's records my whole life, having grown up in Montreal, same city, had all the same provincial records. And then also, after that, going to U Sports, she has been such an incredible role model for me to follow, and for all of these women as well. Like, her records are just super impressive. Right now in the pool, we have multiple Calgary Dinos. We have 2 versus the 1 McGill swimmer. I'm going to be talking all night about this rivalry between Calgary and McGill. This is what to watch versus that 2nd and 3rd place on the team podium. This is what everybody is gunning for right now.
It's a close-fought battle across the floor. As they turn now, here they come down the final stretch in this B final. Again, it's a 3 or 4-way battle for first in this B final. They come down the last 10 meters. Who will be the one to touch first? Maya McGann is the one to touch first in this B final. 56.16 is her time at this very end.
Wow, I can't imagine anything being closer between 2nd and 3rd. 3/100th of a second between McGill and Calgary. Is that what it's going to be like all night? I mean, this is an extremely tight battle, not only in the team standing, but also seems to be within every race.
Well, if you want to talk about tight battles, here's the start list of the A finals of the women's 100-meter freestyle. We got Kayla Sanchez. We got Emma Cronin. We know how good these 2 ladies are, and they're battling out here in this A final.
Oh, 100% Amos. And I mean, U of T has a 3-year win streak on the women's side, and whenever we were going and winning a championship, these were the types of events that we were gunning for. When we had 5 girls in an A final, we knew how many points we were racking up. I mean, the tables have turned, and now it's UBC who have that control. Brooklyn Weens, Kayla Sanchez, Emma O'Croynan, and Rose Garcia in this A final. Tegan Vanderleek, the sole U of T woman, she came 2nd in the 50 free, going to try to snag a podium spot in this 100 free as well. And don't keep your eyes off Liz Ling. She is an absolute rocket. Really, really strong in all the sprints events, so she's definitely going to be one to watch.
Well, yeah, Sanchez has the Canadian record, 51.45, set back in 2018. So she's definitely no stranger to the speed in this event.
And not only did she go that time, but she has hit that this year. She has gone 51 on multiple occasions in that 100 free. I think, personally, her and Emma O'Croynan took it a little bit conservative this morning. I mean, it's 100 free. There's only so conservative you have to go. But I'm expecting much, much faster times from both of them tonight.
And I am too, Ainsley, as we have our 8 A finalists. The lights turned on. The swimmers are about to step onto the blocks. Here we go with 4 lengths of the pool. This is the A final of the women's 100-meter freestyle. Sanchez in 4, O'Cronin in 5. Who will come out on top?
Yeah, absolutely. Every girl is completely dialed in before this 100 free. I mean, this is a 50-plus second race. There is no time to mess around, right? If you're not out fast enough, you're left behind. So everybody needs to be out as fast as they can. Tegan Vanderleek doing just that, challenging Kyla and Emma O'Cronin out in this first 50.
Sanchez turns first, 25.44 is her time. She's on a really, really good pace so far.
Yeah, so the time that Kayla just went out would have come 3rd in the 50 free individual race, and she did that to her feet. Just shows you how strong of an athlete she is.
Here they come down the final 12.5 meters. It's all Kayla Sanchez. Last 10 meters to go as she comes up to the wall. She touches 52.48. She wins this event in comfortable fashion. Emma Cronin, 54.48 is her time. She takes the silver.
Yeah, and Liz Ling's 3rd place medal snag right there is going to be a huge point pickup for McGill. The team went wild when she touched the wall, so I'm sure that they are thrilled with that performance by Elizabeth Ling.
Again, Sanchez showing her dominance in this event. As we move on to the men's side, it's the C final of the men's 100-meter freestyle. As you see there, the U Sports record, 46.94, set by Yuri Kissel back in 2017.
Yeah, this 100 free in the morning was extremely fast on the men's side. I mean, under 50.5 to just make a final is incredibly fast. Les nageurs ont nagé extrêmement vite ce matin. Se qualifier en finale dans une finale C devant être en bas de 50.5, c'est extrêmement rapide.
It's a close battle so far, but the first to turn is Liam Weaver of the University of Toronto Varsity Blues. 23.43 is his time.
Yeah, Liam Weaver, an absolute sprint phenom right now. Going out that fast is going to be really incredible for him. Hopefully he is going to be able to keep that going throughout this whole 100.
Weaver still with the lead, but barely at this point. It's going to be a definite battle to the end. They come down on the wall. Weaver still touches first. 49.68 is his time. He takes the C final.
Il reste des billets pour le 8 Ultime U-Sport 2025 à Vancouver. Pour la première fois, les championnats masculins et féminins sont réunis. Balayez le code QR ou visitez billetusport.ca. Visez haut. Two athletes in that C final under 50. That's a big mark to break, so both of them are going to be extremely happy with that performance.
Absolutely. As we move on to the B finals of the men's 100-meter freestyle, swimmers getting themselves ready in the process. Gibson Black, Jules Garin, both having the identical qualifying times, 49.35 in this B final.
So ties are always a little bit scary to see in swimming, because if both athletes had qualified in 8th place, they would have had to have a swim it all again to see who gets that 8th spot and who gets that 9th spot. So having them in the middle of the pool racing is going to make this B final that much more exciting.
It's a close battle as expected as they enter the halfway point of this B final. Turn at the wall is going to be over in Jules Garin's favor. 23.42 is the time.
Oui, Jules Guérin de McGill, le nageur de première année, était un grand recrue pour eux. Beaucoup de vitesse et beaucoup de talent. Le nageur français vient complimenter leur squad de hommes.
Gibson Black, Jules Garin, neck and neck as they come down on the wall. It's going to be Gibson Black who takes the B final, 49.34 at the very last meter. Good stuff to him. He takes it.
And just to show you how close these races are, 2 100s between number 2 and 3, 3 and 4 tied, and then 5 and 6 also 1 100 separating them. I mean, that is basically nothing.
And here's the start list for the men's 100-meter freestyle A finals. I'm looking at Eric Ginsberg, also Jake Gaunt in this A final as well. These guys, we duking out in 4 lengths of the pool.
Yeah, this is a star-studded heat. I mean, these swimmers have done everything they can so far this competition, and this is, for most of them, going to be their last race. Athletes to watch from U of T, Albert Booley is a first-year swimmer. So being able to put himself in the final next to all of these experienced swimmers is a super impressive performance. We also have 2 second-year athletes in Chris Weeks and Jake Gaunt. I mean, Chris Weeks last year was our Rookie of the Year. He is such a talented athlete. He also has the most amazing flip turns. So watch how fast his legs come around. On the other end of the eligibility roll, we have Stephen Calkins in 5th year. I mean, he has been in U Sports forever. I don't understand where his years of eligibility are coming from, but he's still going hard and challenging for medals.
There are also 3 UBC Thunderbirds in this A final: Jake Gantz, Joel Blanco, and Ho Siu Lun. So UBC still has a very strong presence in this one, but again, looking at Eric Ginsberg, Chris Weeks, the 2 fastest qualifiers in this event, who will come out on top of this one?
Luke Stewart-Binder came into U Sports. No one had really known who he was. Went to Western, has improved incredibly since joining that program, so he is definitely going to be challenging here in this final.
The lights are on. The swimmers are on the blocks. This is the A final of the men's 100-meter freestyle.
I mean, we mentioned a little bit about everyone in this pool except for the one who everybody's eyes are going to be on, Eric Ginsberg. He has already won 3 gold medals so far at this championship. I mean, that is an almost impossible feat. You can see it. Both the men in the middle of the pool, lane 4 and lane 5, they have incredible flip turns. Their legs come around so fast, it looks like you almost don't have a wall there.
At the halfway point, Chris Weeks has the fastest turn, 22.63 record, U Sports record, 46.94 by Yuri Kissel. That one's on the line.
First year Albert Boulay out in second. That is an extremely fast performance for him. Is he going to be able to hold on this second half of the 100-meter free?
It's a fight to the end. 4 and 5 as they come down on the wall. Eric Ginsberg out-touches 2/100ths of a second ahead of Chris Weeks. Gets 48.16 as his final time. He takes the gold.
I mean, I'm telling you, Eric just really brought his arm around faster on that last stroke. They were right next to each other, and Eric just swung his arm that much better, and that's really what the difference is between these 2/100ths. Chris Weeks, an amazing performance for him.
Next up is medal presentations for the 200-meter butterfly, 50-meter breaststroke, and 100-meter freestyle. Stay tuned. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Le sport en direct sur ici-tout.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est ici-tout.tv.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
This is a call to empower, to unite, and to celebrate the bold in all their glory. It's time to own the ice. Are you ready?
It's now time for our first 6 medal ceremonies. All of tonight's silver medalists will earn second team All-Canadian honors, while our gold medalists will be named 2025 First Team All-Canadians. We'll start with the 200-meter butterfly events. Presenting the medals tonight is former Commonwealth Games finalist and U of T Women's Athlete of the Year, Judy Garay.
Recevant le médaille de bronze de l'Université de McGill, Emily de Chazal. Recevant la médaille d'argent de l'Université McGill, Naomi Lowe.
And receiving the gold medal from University of Toronto, Nina Mullen. Congratulations, swimmers. Up next, we have your men's 200-meter butterfly. Receiving the bronze medal from University of Toronto, Bill Dongfang. Receiving the silver medal from University of Toronto, Ben Lowen. And receiving the gold medal from University of British Columbia, Finley Knox. Congratulations, and thank you, Judy. And now, the medal presentation for the women's and men's 50-meter breaststroke. Making the presentations is U Ottawa head coach Dave Heinbuch, who over 40 years will retire coaching following tonight. Dave has coached at over 700 meets, 18,000 practices, and has coached over 88 million meters of practices, which is over 2 times around the world. And receiving the bronze medal from University of British Columbia, Alicia Larchavec. Receiving the silver medal from University of British Columbia, Eloise Allen. Receiving the gold medal from University of Calgary, Alexandre Lepage. Congratulations, swimmers. And now our medalists for the men's 50-meter breaststroke. Receiving the bronze medal from University of Calgary, Stephen Moore. Receiving the silver medal from University of Alberta, Garrett Brenzen. And receiving the gold medal from University of Ottawa, Hugo Lamel. Congratulations, and thank you, Dave, and all the best in your retirement. Next up, the medal presentation for the women's and men's 100-meter freestyle. Making the presentation is one of U of T's most outstanding swimmers in program history, Liz Warden. The 2004 Olympian was named the U Sports Athlete of the Year across all sports in 2002 and won a silver medal at the 1998 Commonwealth Games.
Recevant la médaille de bronze de l'Université McGill, Elizabeth Ling.
Receiving the silver medal from University of British Columbia, Emma O'Croyden. And receiving the gold medal from University of British Columbia, Kyla Noelle Sanchez. Congratulations, swimmers. And now our medalists for the men's 100-meter freestyle. Receiving the bronze medal from Western University, Luke Stewart Binder. Receiving the silver medal from Memorial University, Chris Weeks. And receiving the gold medal from York University, Eric Ginsberg. Congratulations, swimmers, and thank you, Liz. Up next, we have your women's 200-meter backstroke.
Maintenant, la 200 mètres à brasse féminin. Madame.
And that rounds out the first medal ceremonies of the night here at the 2025 U Sports Swimming Championships. My name is Amos Vang, and alongside Ainsley McMurray, we are your commentators for this entire event. This is the C final of the women's 200-meter backstroke.
Yeah, really amazing medalists across the board in the first event tonight. Rounding out our 100 free podium, who we hadn't mentioned before, was Luke Stewart Binder. Amazing performance for him. I'm sure he is extremely proud of that one. Back to the pool in the 200 back, we have a very star-studded cast again. I mean, these are women that have been every single day getting up in the morning and doing their very best in the pool.
Sophie Rooney gets the first touch at the quarterway point. 31.49 is her time, as they still got plenty of swimming left to do.
Donc le 200 dos, c'est une épreuve particulièrement difficile sur les jambes. Il y a toujours un débat sur lequel des 200 est le plus difficile. Moi, personnellement, je pense que c'est le 200 papillon parce qu'il y a toujours un risque que je ne vais pas être capable de le finir. Mais le 212, c'est la douleur dans les jambes à la fin d'un 200 dos. Il n'y a pas trop de sensations comme ça.
At the halfway point, it's 105.29. Still Sophie Rooney in the lead, now with a sizable full body length ahead of the rest of the competition.
Yeah, the 200 back, a particularly grueling event. There's always a debate on which of a 200 is the most difficult. And the pain that you feel at the end of a 200 backstroke in the legs is something that's quite unparalleled.
You know what they say, no pain, no gain, as we enter the three-quarter way point of this C final. Still by a long lead, 1:43.5. Sophie Rooney up in front, but it seems that Elena Casasanta has gained a little bit of ground on this one.
Oui, le programme de Acadia, il doit faire des réparations pour la piscine, donc on n'est pas exactement sûr s'ils vont avoir une équipe l'année prochaine. Donc Sophie Rooney pour Acadia va faire tout ce qu'elle peut pour se démarquer à ces championnats U-Sport.
Rooney coming down the final stretch in comfortable, dominating fashion. She will come down the last 5 meters and finish the C final. 2:16.09 is her final time. The 2025 BioSteel University Cup Men's Hockey Championship single game tickets start at $26. Click the QR code at the bottom of your screen or visit usportstickets.ca to order your tickets today. Now let's move over to the B final of the women's 200-meter backstroke. My memory is very clear on this particular race 7 years ago. I remember calling Kylie Moss's 2:02.17, a blisteringly fast record set by her, but Summer McIntosh with the Canadian record 1:59.96. That's a sub 2-minute finish. These are impressive times.
Yeah, I mean, Summer's not even a 200 backstroker. Like, where did these even come from? She is so good at everything. She is currently looking to transfer from her home program in Sarasota to move and train with Michael Phelps' coach, Bob Bowman, who is currently coaching Leon Marchand.
So that is confirmed. Confirmed.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. She did an interview, how she was talking. Okay, she said it's in the works, but anytime you're going to make a public statement like that to go back on it, I'm pretty confident that she's going to be moving there in the fall.
Well, that's good. She's got one of the best coaches in the world. Again, former coach of Michael Phelps, Bob Bowman. That's huge. Congratulations for Summer McIntosh. Back to the B final.
In lane 1, Dana Lowe, University of British Columbia.
So we have one McGill girl in this heat and no one from Calgary. So let's see if McGill can rack up some points here with Natasha Frost. But we have 2 from Alberta and 2 from the Ottawa GGs. Isabel Melanson and Abby McKinley from Ottawa, and Cameron Leslie and Olivia Brenzen from Alberta. Let's see what teams can be racking up some points here.
Well, so far, the quarterweight point, Abby McKinley touches first and turns 31.73 is her time at the wall.
Yeah, the University of Alberta program is going to be terminated after this competition. So these athletes really have nothing. Like there's no opportunity after this. You know, everything is going in the pool, and they are currently sitting in 5th in both the men's and the women's standings. This is an extremely talented program and a very big loss for U Sports.
It's still going to be Abby McKinley by just 4/100ths of a second at the halfway point. 1:06.59 is her time at the turn.
Really strong flip turns and underwaters from all these women throughout. I mean, that's going to be a key differentiator in this event. Are you able to work those underwaters throughout the whole entire race? Because at the end of a race, when you're tired, that's where you can make or break a race.
Olivia Brenzen, for the first time in this race so far, takes the lead, 1:41.14. They've got 1.5 lengths left to go on this one.
Oui, Olivia Brenzen prend la première position et d'une façon confortable. Elle a l'air d'avoir beaucoup d'énergie qui lui reste pour ce dernier 25. Très, très bonne coulée du mur quand elle sort de l'eau. Beaucoup de vitesse dans les bras.
Here they come down the final stretch. It's the last 12.5 meters left to go on this one. Olivia Brenzen inching her way from the rest of the pack. She comes down the wall and touches first. 2:14.98 is her final time. She takes the B final.
So this meet is particularly special for everybody. You know, U Sports, it's the big national champion. And tonight, on the last night, a lot of the teams fates are solidified. But there is a neck-and-neck battle between Calgary and McGill, and McGill looks like they have brought an outrageous cheering squad in the stands. I look out into the stands and all I see is these white McGill shirts. Anytime anyone is in the pool, they're on their feet and cheering. I mean, if that isn't team spirit, I don't know what is. Parents, families, friends, really nice to see you out here tonight with us.
Well, you're going to see some of that team spirit coming out now. Here is the start list for the A finals of the women's 200-meter backstroke. We got one McGill swimmer in there, Zoe Crisco. But the fastest qualifier for this event is Angelica Bath of U of T Varsity Blues. This is a pretty strong and stacked event here.
Yeah, so this morning, Bridget Burton, who was going into the top seed, ended up getting disqualified. So that has really shaken up everything in this heat right now. One of the other top athletes at last year's U Sports, Katie Schroeder, ended up transferring to Florida, where she is now racing at the NCAA level. So it's really left the scene wide open right now for all of these women. Angelica Bath, fifth-year athlete for the University of Toronto, has been a leader on our team for years. So she is really going to try to solidify these points for U of T.
Once again, the U Sports record is 2:02.17. It's also the pool record set 7 years ago by the great Kylie Moss, one of the world's best backstrokers. And also the Canadian record set by Summer McIntosh just a few months ago, 1:59.96.
Tegan McKenzie in lane 6 has had an absolutely grueling schedule so far. She had the 200 free, the 400 free, the 200 IM, and now the 200 back, plus the 4x2 free relay. Last one of the night. I'm sure she is going to show us a very good performance.
The lights are on. The swimmers are in the pool. Here we go, the A final of the women's 200-meter backstroke. Who will come out on top?
So we've been talking a lot about the showdown between McGill and Calgary, but there's another showdown happening right now between University of Alberta and Western. On the women's side, the Western women haven't really had to worry about points usually because they have Shona Branton. She is an easy 100 points at minimum for them, and that makes a huge difference in the standings. So I was talking to Hannah Estabrook. She is putting a lot of pressure on herself as one of the leaders on the team to score big points here. On the flip side, Alberta's program is getting cut soon, so they are really going to be trying to solidify themselves as a top contender in U Sports.
As 36.5 is the time, Angelica Bath leading the way at the quarter waypoint. Still plenty of lengths to go in this one.
Angelica Bath de l'Université de Toronto est encore en première position. Il y a eu une disqualification ce matin qui lui a donné le couloir 4 et elle va tenter de gagner ce championnat U-Sport. Ça serait sa première médaille d'or U-Sport dans sa dernière compé pour l'Université de Toronto. Ça serait une tellement belle histoire pour elle.
Angelica Bath at 1:03.67, still leading for the U of T Varsity Blues at the halfway point. Bath still in the lead in this one, just about a half body length, but it's a close battle with Zoe Crisco and Piper Mitchell. But over in lane 7, that is Hannah Johnson, who's suddenly taken the lead in this one.
Yeah, Hannah Johnson, really strong performance right now. I would call this outside smoke. Hannah Johnson de Calgary, une très très bonne performance en ce moment du couloir 7.
Well, Hannah Johnson's got more than outside smoke. She's got fire right now in the water. She's still trying to lead up in front. Angelica Bath is falling behind. Here comes Hannah Johnson. As she comes down the final part, she has achieved Ultra Instinct with a power level of over 9,000. She touches 2:09.94, shocking the rest of the pool. Angelica Bath finishes 2:12.70. Wow, what a finish for Hannah Johnson. As we look at the updated standings after 16 events, UBC way out in front. 1294 is the point total for them. University of Calgary, 808.5. McGill, 782.5, and U of T, 620. But UBC just dominating the rest of the competition so far.
Yeah, Calgary women just getting a big point boost with Hannah Johnson winning that 200 backstroke. Really not expected. And when you look at the point standing and sort of how it was going to land, that win for her was not expected and is going to be huge for Calgary.
As we head over to the C final of the men's 200-meter backstroke. The U Sports record is 152.90, also set in this pool 7 years ago.
Deux nageurs de l'Université de Calgary contre deux nageurs de McGill. Ça, c'est la bataille qu'on voit en ce moment pour la 3e et 4e place. Donc, tous ces points comptent. Ça va être à regarder qui entre les deux nageurs de McGill, Ricardo Camuso et Keenan Gander, et les deux nageurs de Calgary, Henry Slater and Matthew Sigrianis, who will win.
The first turn of the wall, the quarterway point is Ryan Murphy from the University of Victoria. 28.28 is his time.
Yeah, what a great name, Ryan Murphy. He was a top American swimmer, so that's definitely a legacy you want to follow in the pool right now. Let's see what he can do.
Still a tight battle out in front in lanes 5 and 6. Dupree and Murphy battling it out so far. Neck and neck, still too close to call. However, the first turn will go over in lane 1. Cooper Waddle of the University of Alberta. 59.33 being the time.
Comme j'ai mentionné auparavant, le 200 dos est une épreuve particulièrement difficile sur les jambes, donc ça va être ça à voir. Quels nageurs en ont encore pour se garder à la surface? Si tes jambes commencent à avoir trop mal, ils vont couler et tout à coup, tu vas être en train de nager à la verticale, ce qui n'est pas très efficace.
Cooper Waddle still with the lead, 1:31.2 at the turn. As he's still being challenged hard, it's still a four-way battle for first so far. Here they come down the final stretch here. Last 12.5 meters left to go. Cooper Waddle had the lead, but he's challenged hard. He might lose it at the very end. They come down to the wall. And Eric Dupree at the very last moment gets the first touch in the C final when it mattered most. The time of 2:01.13.
Les billets pour le championnat de hockey féminin U-Sport 2025 sont disponibles. Pour la première fois, l'événement aura lieu à Woolwich, près de Kitchener. Balayez le code QR ou visitez billetusport.ca. Visez au. Yeah, Eric Dupree winning that C final. I don't know when he's switched from being a 400 freestyler to doing 200 back, but hey, you got to do a little bit of everything in U Sports, and that's really what we're seeing here tonight. Great swim for him.
And as we move into the B final of the men's 200-meter backstroke, Tyler Blaise with a time of 2:04.5. He's the fastest one in this B final.
So there's a really special moment happening on right now for McGill in the pool. Cameron Carlisle, this is his last race as a U Sport athlete, and he gets to be in the pool with his friend and roommate Romain Van Moen, both in lane 3 and in lane 6 for McGill. Like I mentioned earlier, McGill has brought an absolutely incredible cheering squad to this competition, led by Cameron's grandmother at 99 years old. She is in the front row, standing and shaking her bell for her grandson.
Joe Arago, 27.59 at the turn. He gets the lead early on in this one.
Il y a un moment très spécial pour deux athlètes de McGill en ce moment, Cameron Carlisle et Romain Van Moen. C'est la dernière compétition, c'est la dernière épreuve de U-Sport pour Cameron. Il gradue cette année et il est capable de partager cette dernière course avec son colocataire et ami Romain Van Moen. Comme j'ai mentionné auparavant, il y a beaucoup de personnes qui sont venues encourager pour McGill et sa grand-mère de 99 ans est debout en train d'encourager son petit-fils. Let's go, Cameron.
Parker Cameron had the lead at the halfway point. It's still anybody's game so far, a 4 or 5 lane battle for first in this B final.
Yeah, really, everybody's in the hunt here with 5 guys across going into the last 50. It's going to be who can turn up the heat on this last one.
Peter Cameron, or Parker Cameron rather, 1:29.04 is the time of the turn. Last few lengths to go.
Carlisle really making a move on Tyler Blais in lane 4. Romain Van Moen solidly in first, but out in lane 8, Yacine Daoun from Lethbridge is really really making a move. It's actually Emilio Gonzalez from Mac.
And the fight will win at the very end in Emilio Gonzalez Maciel's favor out of nowhere. He was behind for the majority of the race, but caught the B final first touch when it mattered most. 1:59.42 is the time.
The results on the board are now official. Swimmers, please clear the pool. Up next is your third and final feature, A final of your men's 200-meter backstroke.
Here's the start list for the A finals of the men's 200-meter backstroke. You've got Blake Tierney in this event over in lane 5, but Benjamin Lowen also in lane 3. 2 of the swimmers to look out for.
Yeah, Ben Lowen just coming off his 200 butterfly performance for silver, where he was under the previous U Sports record. And listen, for Toronto men, I mentioned before with all the Toronto 200 butterflyers, but we have the same situation here with the backstrokers. These swimmers are so strong. Brendan Oswald also having done the 200 butterfly. This is going to be his last race of U Sports, so he is going to be trying to make his mark. Andrew Herman, backstroke phenom, came from California, swam at York, and ended up transferring to U of T. He had broken U Sports records last year. He is going to be one to watch. More of a sprinter, but can make a mark in the 200 back for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking about marks, we've got some records to cover here too. Again, the U Sports record and also the pool record. 1:52.90 set 7 years ago by Marcus Thormeyer, and the Canadian record 1:49.74 set in 2022 by Javier Acevedo. 2 legendary swimmers in their own right as well.
One athlete to watch in this race, Carter Buck in lane 6 from the University of Toronto. He is a top athlete in U Sports. He is a stellar swimmer, works so hard. We haven't heard much about him. He's having not necessarily the best meet so far, but he told me yesterday this is his race, and I believe him, because when that man puts his mind to something, he is going to get it.
And we'll have to see whether or not that will happen as we have the A finalists round out here. The lights are on. The swimmers are about to step onto the blocks. Here we go. This is the A final.
Loïc Courville-Fortin de McGill dans le couloir 4. C'est le recrue de l'année RSEQ. Il va tenter de garder sa première place des prélims dans le couloir 4.
8th length to the pool. This is the A final of the men's 200-meter backstroke.
Que des bons départs pour tous les nageurs. Ils vont jouer avec la barrière des 15 mètres. Si un athlète va trop loin, ils sont limités à 15 mètres. L'idée derrière ça, c'est qu'on voulait les voir nager, pas juste les voir nager sous l'eau ou faire des coulées sous l'eau, mais dans le dos, c'est extrêmement important d'avoir des bons coulées.
Blake Tierney gets the first touch and turn at the quarterway point. 26.25 is his time. He has an early lead in this one.
Yeah, Blake Tierney decisively out in front. Loïc Courville-Fortin close behind, and Carter Buck wrapping in the 3rd place. Like I said, some of these athletes are going to be out like a light, needing to solidify their spot early and trying to carry that speed throughout. That's exactly what Carter Buck is doing at the moment.
Tierney now with a full Body length lead, turns at the halfway point, 55.16 is his time so far.
Normally when you see backstrokers, they're extremely tall, long, I'd say almost lanky. Blake Tierney is not built like that at all. Honestly, I don't understand how physically he is as talented as he is. He is a bulky swimmer. That is very difficult in backstroke because the more muscle you have, the more energy it uses. Clearly, it's not affecting him. He is flying through this race.
Absolutely flying, as you said, Ainsley. He's still in the lead, 1:24.62. He's got 1.5 lengths left to go in this A final.
Benjamin Lowen, nageur de l'Université de Toronto, et Brandon Oswald aussi viennent juste de compléter le 200 mètres papillon. Donc j'imagine qu'ils ont mal, mais Ben Lowen avec une magnifique coulée va essayer de solidifier sa deuxième place contre Loïc Courville-Fortin, mais Loïc va pas laisser sa place non plus.
Tierney will take the A final, 1:53.27. And the gold medal once again for him for the UBC Thunderbirds, further solidifying the UBC Thunderbirds' dominance in this one.
Yeah, Blake Tierney absolutely dominant in that race. Blake Tierney a complètement dominé cette course, mais la course vers la fin de Benjamin Lowen et Loïc Courville-Fortin était absolument incroyable. C'était vraiment jusqu'au touch. Et c'est Ben Lowen qui a finalement été capable de prendre la médaille d'argent.
Now we've got the updated men's team standings after 16 events. UBC also up in front, but University of Toronto keeping things within range and still respectable at 925 points. University of Calgary 714 and McGill 610.5. So again, UBC up in front, but it's not as far as we would have expected.
Yeah, I think these standings are pretty solidified here. The battle to watch is going to be between Alberta and Western. Now we are moving on to the women's 800 freestyle A final. This is where UBC shines historically. Emma O'Kiernan, Anna Dumont-Bélanger, and Bryn Leroy. These are some extremely, extremely fast girls. And where McGill has the opportunity to steal points from Calgary is with Natasha Frost and Iris Tinmouth.
Yeah, again, Emma O'Kiernan also in this one, but looking at the records for this one, the meet record and the pool record, both set by Savannah King, 8:25.68 and 8:19 at 9:9 respectively. But again, Summer McIntosh also has a Canadian record in this one too, 8:07.12, just set in 2022. So again, some very impressive times. Summer McIntosh like, all over the board in this one. It's like, wow.
Yeah, definitely. So, the winner of this event last year in Lane 5, Anna Dumont-Bélanger, la gagnante de cette épreuve de l'année dernière, Anna Dumont-Bélanger. Elle a pris 2 médailles d'or au championnat l'année passée dans le 200 mètres libre et le 800 mètres libre. Elle aurait eu une chance de gagner une médaille aussi dans le 400 mètres libre, mais a été retirée par erreur. Et elle a super bien performé dans le 400 mètres libre à cette compé. Donc je ne vois pas pourquoi elle n'aurait pas une excellente performance dans son 800 libre en ce moment aussi.
The lights are on. The swimmers are on the blocks. That's 32 lengths of the pool. This is the women's 800-meter freestyle. So again, Ainsley, with a distance event or a relatively lengthy distance event like this, what's the strategy overall for freestylers to head through 32 lengths of swimming like this?
Yeah, so I'd say the strategy in general that I was never really good at listening to is don't go out too fast. If you go out like you're sprinting, you're not going to be able to finish that race, and that was something I was never very good at. I felt every time I dove in the pool, I wanted to start off really fast. This is a race about control. You need to make sure that you know your strategy and what you want to do. I would say that generally you want to find that easy speed in the first 200, build it in the second, and then bring in the legs towards the second 400, where you need to make sure that that third one is where you make your move, the third 200, because if you wait until the last 200, it might be too late. Donc, en général, la stratégie pour un 800 mètres libre, c'est de s'assurer que ton premier 200, en général, de ne pas sortir trop vite, mais aussi ton premier 200, garde ça facile, assure-toi que c'est long, que tu ne mets pas nécessairement trop d'efforts sans trop tomber en arrière. Tu veux toujours rester dans le jeu de la course. Dans le deuxième 100 mètres, tu vas essayer d'accélérer. Et rendu à la deuxième moitié de la course, c'est dans le troisième 200 mètres que tu veux faire ton move parce que c'est possible que attendre jusqu'au dernier 200, il soit trop tard.
As we end length 6, Emma Cronin, your race long leader, 1:34.11 at the turn.
Dans le couloir 3, Iris Tinmouth de McGill était la championne dans cette épreuve au RSEQ. Pour le moment, McGill et Calgary sont dans une bataille vraiment proche. Donc, ça va être pour Iris de essayer de chercher le plus de points possible pour eux. Iris Tinmouth is the defending RSEC champion in this event. Right now, McGill and Calgary are in a very close battle for second and third place, so it's going to be up to Iris to try to go and score as many points as she can for the team in this event.
A Cronin 2:06.69 after 8 lengths of the pool. Again, this is 32 lengths of the pool, so we're just past the quarter-way point of this race.
In lane 6 from the University of Toronto, Varsity Blues is the defending OUA champion in the 800-meter freestyle, Katie Maravino. She is an absolutely stellar swimmer. She is not going to let anybody get away from her. And in the last 50, if you are within striking distance of Katie Maravino, she is going to turn on a different gear. I don't know where she gets it from, but she is able to shift and just bring it home on those last 2 laps.
Cronin still with a very comfortable lead ahead of the rest of the pack as we enter the end of length 12 in the women's 800-meter freestyle. Cronin is going to turn to the wall first. 3:12.29 is her time.
Yeah, very impressive opening split for Emma O'Crinan. Anna Dumont-Bélanger keeping her in her sights. She is another athlete that's able to turn it on right at the end of a race. You do not want to be within striking distance of her either at the end of an 800. Emma O'Crinan commence avec une performance très impressionnante dans son 800 libre et Anna Dumont-Bélanger essayant de rester aussi proche de elle que possible parce que c'est une autre athlète que si tu es proche de elle dans le dernier 50, elle va essayer de tout son pouvoir de te rattraper.
That's length 16 over here with Cronin still in the lead. 3:45.08 is her time at the turn. Still plenty of racing left to go.
Natasha Frost from McGill looking across the pool to try to spot in lane 8 from Calgary, Emily Dieger. Like I said, this is coming down to the wire. 30 points in U Sports is nothing. It is just one win. So if McGill is able to outscore Calgary and then hold on for that last relay, they're going to be able to reclaim that second spot. In Calgary's on Calgary's side, they really need to make sure that they hold on to this win. They're being outperformed. McGill has 2 women in this final compared to their one, so that is a very difficult position to be in, but they have been swimming extremely well throughout this whole competition, and they're going to do their very best to hold on to that second place.
We had just passed the halfway point of this race, 4:17.91 at that last turn. Cronin still comfortably in the lead. She turns first as well, 4:55.6 at this point in the swim.
Yeah, really great performances so far. Emma O'Crinan in the lead, followed by Anna Dumont-Bélanger and Iris Tinmouth. But in lane 2 from UBC, Canada West 400-meter freestyle bronze medalist Bryn Leroy keeping Iris Tinmouth in her sights. Nous avons une très belle performance de Emma O'Crinan en première, avec Anna Dumont-Bélanger en deuxième. Iris Tinmouth pour le moment essayant de faire une remontée sur Anna Dumont-Bélanger et Bryn Leroy de UBC essayant de garder Iris Tinmouth dans ses yeux.
Cronin touching 5:23.19 at the turn. A comfortable lead at this point. Again, the meet record is 8:25.68 set in February 25th, 2012 by Savannah King. So still an impressive swim made there by Emma Cronin so far as she comes down to the wall, still leading the rest of the pack. She turns this time with a time of 5:55.43. The 2025 U Sports Men's Volleyball Championship presented by Sunrise Credit Union ticket packages are almost sold out. Click the QR code at the bottom of your screen or visit usportstickets.ca to guarantee your seat today.
Really riveting race here across the pool. I mean, it might look like there's a lot of separation, and if this was a sprint race, I would say it's pretty much done. But the thing is, in an 800, it can really change. You don't know how much energy someone has put into their race so far. Emma O'Kernan really bringing in the legs. Iris Tinmouth's legs have really just been going this whole entire race. I don't know how she does it. But nothing is locked in stone yet, except for perhaps Emma O'Kernan's win. She is looking quite comfortable out ahead.
6:27.80 at the turn. There's plenty of swimming left to go. It's more of a battle for second at this point, but O'Kernan, as you said, Ainsley, just dominant in the lead. She comes down the wall and turns again, this time with a time of 6:59.91.
Vous regardez les performances en ce moment, puis pensez peut-être qu'il y a beaucoup de séparation entre chacune des athlètes, mais dans un 800 mètres, c'est une longue course. Et on ne sait jamais c'est qui va être capable de faire une remontée. On ne sait pas à quel point les nageuses ont utilisé beaucoup d'énergie, donc il n'y a rien qui est défini pour le moment, à part peut-être une médaille d'or pour Emma O'Kernan, qui a l'air absolument impressionnante en tête de course.
Times are ticking away, but O'Kernan still swimming away. 7:32.24 at the turn. Absolutely dominating up in front as we enter the last few lengths of the race. Canadian record again set by Summer McIntosh just 3 years ago. 8:07.12 being the time on that one.
Yeah, and the meet record, the U Sports record, still held by Savannah King. Two of the athletes in the pool are coached by her. She is the distance coach for the McGill Martlets. Le record U Sport est détenu par Savannah King, la coach des deux athlètes de McGill. You can hear that bell. That bell means there's 2 laps left. Emma O'Kernan is in her last 2 laps. Vous entendez la cloche, cela signifie qu'il reste seulement 2 longueurs de la piscine pour ces athlètes. Les nageuses dans le couloir 4, 5 et 3 sont maintenant dans leur dernier 50 mètres. Emma O'Kernan déjà en train de revenir. Seulement 12 mètres et demi pour elle.
Emma O'Kernan will dominate this event. She comes down the wall, touches 8:36.64. She wins this one. And the second place finisher in this one is Dumont Bélanger, also the UBC Thunderbird, 8:45.98. And the third place would go to Iris Tinmouth. 8:49.03 is her time.
Really great performances across the board. I mean, Emma O'Kernan picking up a gold. Anna Dumont-Bélanger picking up a silver. Not sure if she's in the relay later, but if she isn't, that was her last race as a UBC Thunderbird. She has been an absolutely dominant swimmer for them, a leader on the team. I'm sure that she is extremely proud of her performances so far this weekend and also so far in her career. What an amazing swimmer and an amazing woman as well. Congrats, Anna.
As the results on the board are officialized at this point, we'll move on to the next event as well. The men's 1,500 meter freestyle, 1.5K. Here's the start list for the A finals, the only finals of the men's 1,500 meter freestyle. We got Olivier Risk there. You've seen him all night last night as well, also taking a couple events in his name. Now, this one, by far the longest of the events. It's 60 lengths of the pool.
I'm surprised you're able to do the math that quickly. I don't think I'd be able to count that high. If it weren't for the bell, I would get all lost. Sometimes I don't even know how many laps I've done in a 400 free. So these athletes, I mean, have to be so focused, so concentrated throughout the whole entire 1,500 meters. 60 longueurs de la piscine, compter jusqu'à 60 durant un 1500 et aussi être capable de nager vite. Ces nageurs doivent être tellement concentrés durant toute la course, savoir sont où leurs compétiteurs, c'est quoi leur pace. Je veux dire, ils travaillent tellement fort en pratique, font tellement d'entraînement et vous allez voir tout leur travail dans la piscine en ce moment.
The Canadian record held by the great Ryan Cochran in 2014. Also the pool record held by Ryan Cochran in 2009. I gotta say, I remember seeing Ryan Cochran swim this exact event at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. We're going all the way back then, so some great memories from my childhood back then.
Yeah, Ryan Cochran was an absolute dominant swimmer. He really set the stage for male swimming in Canada. And now we really have a resurgence of male Canadian Olympians. Like, we see two of them tonight, Blake Tierney and Finley Knox, but also swimmers like Joshua Liendo, Ilya Karoun. I mean, these men are leading the way for the next generation of swimmers. Really impressive.
14:23.35 is the Canadian record. 14:39.80 is the pool record. 14:42.99 is the U Sports record. The lights are on. The swimmers are on the blocks. Here we go. 60 lengths of the pool. Plenty of swimming here. This is the men's 1,500 meter freestyle.
One thing to remember in this race, the performances from this morning. This is the top 8 seeds, not necessarily the top 8 best performances that we are going to see tonight. Athletes swam this afternoon, the women in the 800 and the men in the 1500s. Those times will stack up against what is done here tonight. Rappelez-vous que c'est 8 nageurs, c'est sûr, avec les 8 nageurs avant la compétition, les 8 meilleurs temps. Par contre, ils vont être ranked à côté de ceux qui ont nagé ce matin dans le 1500 libre chez les hommes.
If I use a bit of non-swimming terminology, this is almost like the Formula One of swimming, where there's plenty of lengths going across the pool, but it's all, as you mentioned, all about the stamina and the endurance going forward in this one.
Yeah, I think it's a really good parallel to Formula One, although they have their own lane, so they can't necessarily crash into each other the same way that they would in Formula One. But yes, a long time, a lot of stamina. Although no pit stops here. They don't have time to stop and take a break, so I'm sure that they would love to have someone change their tires in the middle of the race.
Oh, absolutely, with 57.18, Paul McKenzie in the lead for the University of Alberta as we finished length 5. Heading into length 6 in this one. Still a close battle across the field, but that will likely change later on.
Yeah, Paul McKenzie from the University of Alberta is a 4-time U Sports medalist. He's been having an absolutely outstanding competition. I'm sure that he is going to leave U Sports with lots of hardware and lots of pride. Definitely one to watch throughout this event.
It's a close battle across the board. But a 4-way or 5-way battle so far. And Paul McKenzie, a slight lead, but he's slowly losing it just a little bit, being contested as he comes up to the wall. This time, the first touch still will be in Paul McKenzie's favor. 1:58.70, just out touching Hunter Payne by 4/100ths of a second.
So one thing that I love about this long distance event on the men's side is that a milestone marker to break is the 15-minute mark. So as we're going through this race and watching, you want to keep an eye on the splits and seeing how long these swimmers can stay under that 1-minute mark. So far, we have, we're midway through a 100, so that'll be difficult for me to tell. But they should be splitting about 1 minute per 100 to try to get under that 15-minute mark. A little bit faster on the first 50, a little bit faster on the last one, but making sure that they stay as close to that 30-second mark per 50 as possible.
Paul McKenzie still has a bit of a lead in this one, but still a close battlefield across the pool at this point in the race as they come up to the wall. The first to touch this time, for the first time, Hunter Payne gets the first touch. 3:02.9, just out in front.
Donc, un des éléments que je préfère de cette course, c'est voir si les nageurs vont être capables de briser la barrière des 15 minutes, ce qui est une moyenne de 1 minute par 100 mètres. Par contre, ils n'ont pas nécessairement de toujours être en bas de cette marque de 1 minute. Souvent, le premier 100 mètres et le dernier 100 mètres vont être un peu plus rapides. Donc, laissons voir dans les splits à quel point ils sont capables de rester proches de cette moyenne de 1 minute par 100 mètres.
This time, it's a change in leadership in this race. Tanner Cole is now up in front, 3:39.8. Well, rather, he and Hunter Payne turn at the same time. They're tied in the lead at that point.
So, U Sports has been alternating finals between short course and long course. So the last 2 years have been done long course meter final. So all of the distance events have been long course. In previous years, they would do short course in the morning and long course at night for the events that have prelims finals. So you had an opportunity to break the U Sports record in the morning for short course. However, Eric Hedlund's from Victoria's 2017 record of 14:42.99 has been standing for a while and will take a long time, I believe, to be touched.
Well, this is an interesting race so far. Hunter Payne and Tanner Cole are now battling. They are neck and neck. They touch and turn on the wall at the same time for the second time. 4:32.20 between them.
That's really impressive because we go down to the 100. So the fact that they are splitting exactly the same is pretty cool. Les deux nageurs dans le couloir 6 et 7 ont eu exactement le même split pour la deuxième fois, ce qui est vraiment impressionnant parce que on fait du chronométrage jusqu'au centième de seconde, donc ils aillent exactement le même temps. C'est vraiment spécial.
Well, now for the first time in a little while, this time Hunter Payne will get the first turn, but still just about 0.2 of a second between himself and Tanner Cole. It's still a battle at this point.
So the last time this race was done short course, it was won by Sebastian Paulins, and he was able to break that 15-minute mark. His entire team of Western was behind him cheering. Now, he swam for Western, but he was originally from Brantford, which is really interesting because the swimmer in lane 7, who is currently winning, was also from Brantford. So they are clearly good at producing some very fast distance swimmers.
Absolutely, as it's still a battle between lanes 6 and 7. Hunter Payne, Tanner Cole. They've been close at it for almost the entirety of the race, but it looks like Hunter Payne may have a slight edge so far. He will turn at the wall first. 6:03.11 is the time.
Suivez le championnat de volleyball féminin U-Sport 2025 en direct de l'Université de Manitoba dès le 16 mars. Regardez exclusivement à radiocanada.ca/sport et ici tout.tv. L'U-Sport à Radio-Canada. Visez haut. Donc la dernière fois que nous avons vu cette course faite en bassin court était en 2022 à l'Université Laval. C'était Sebastian Paulins qui a gagné la course et il a réussi à nager dans un temps en bas de la marque de 15 minutes. Sebastian Paulins est un nageur qui a nagé à Western et durant sa course, son équipe au complet était en train de l'encourager. Il était originalement de Brantford. Un autre nageur de Brantford qui est en ce moment en tête de course est Hunter Payne de l'Université de Calgary. Donc clairement, ce programme a réussi à avoir des nageurs de distance exceptionnels.
Hunter Payne turns first, 7:03.85, as these swimmers enter or are about to enter the halfway point of the swim so far. As you said, Ainsley, getting sub 15 is a major milestone, and speaking about milestones, the U Sports record is held by Eric Hedlund in 2017. 14:42.99 is that U Sports record. As back to the race, Hunter Payne will turn at 7:34.09.
Yeah, really impressive performance for the swimmer in lane 7. He was seated in that lane, which would mean that he was 6th going in, currently leading. Very impressive performance for him. His time of 15:19.62. We'll see if he is able to beat that tonight.
Now, as Hunter Payne turns first at 8:04.42, Ainsley, at this point in the race, now being this long in, how do you maintain the endurance and proper form and technique being this far in?
Yeah, so if I were to ask anybody, I would ask Olivier Risk. I mean, he is a stud in the distance events. He actually came third at this year's Olympic trials in long course. And for most of the race, he was sitting in fourth place. He just bided his time, let everybody else go, swam his own race, and then really managed to turn it on in the second half, if not the last third of the race. I expect that's what he's going to be doing here tonight.
As you mentioned that, Olivier Risk is starting to close the distance just a little bit at this point in the race, but it's still Hunter Payne who is in the lead now by a full body length. What was once point or 2 points, a complete neck and neck even split between himself and Tanner Cole. 9:05.14 is the split.
Yeah, Hunter Payne still able to keep his lead. Hunter Payne encore en avance, mais par contre, Olivier Risk est en train de faire une remontée et essaie d'attraper son coéquipier Tanner Cole. Hunter Payne still keeping a lead, but Olivier Risk is trying to catch his teammate Tanner Cole for that second place spot. Like I mentioned, Olivier Risk really strong in that in that last third of the race. So let's see what he's able to do here.
Payne 9:35.38. Still well in the lead, but this time looking over in lane 4, Olivier Risk, as you mentioned, Ainsley, starting to turn up the field. He is now inching his way, trying to get into second place in this race. But it's still Hunter Payne so far.
So after this race, we are going to go into some awards, and from there, the relays before each team is going to be crowned. So we are really coming to the last legs of this meet. Olivier Risk has taken the lead over Tanner Cole.
As you predicted, Ainsley, Olivier Risk now moves himself into second place. He has turned it up as we enter almost the three-quarter way point in this race, but still, it is all Hunter Payne up in front. The question is, can Risk keep or catch up to him soon enough? 10:35.79 is the time.
Après cette course, nous allons passer à une remise des prix pour recrues de l'année et d'autres, et les entraîneurs de l'année. Après ça, nous allons passer au relais 4 fois 100 mètres QNI avant de couronner votre équipe championne.
So Risk still in a relatively comfortable second as Hunter Payne, 11:05.95, still in the lead. Risk now at 11:10.45 in his second place position so far.
The crowds have started to get packed with teammates as people start being done, having warmed down, gotten their massages, and it's the end of their U Sports journey for this year. They are now watching on their teammates as they finish this grueling 1500 free. Really hard event to do. You got to stay focused. You got to push down that pain.
Yeah, absolutely, pushing down the pain. But speaking of 100 Payne, he doesn't seem to be showing any kind of pain right now. 11:36.20 being the time.
Oh, that was a particularly good play on words. Vous allez voir, il y a de plus en plus de coéquipiers dans les estrades encourageant leurs nageurs. Pour eux, ils ont probablement fini leur compétition cette fin de semaine et ils tentent d'encourager leurs nageurs dans les derniers quelques mètres de leur 1500. Une épreuve tellement difficile de se rester concentré et de ne pas se focusser sur à quel point ça fait mal.
Hunter Payne still in the lead, but Olivier Risk is turning it up right now. He has solidified second. The question is, can Risk get into first at the last second or when it matters most? Here comes Hunter Payne. He will turn at the wall, his time being 12:37.06. Risk in lane 4 turns 12:41.29. It's just about a 4-second difference now.
Yeah, Olivier Risk here is going to do everything he can. His legs have come in. You can see that white water behind him. But right now the camera and the eyes are on Hunter Payne as we come into the last couple of 100 meters of this race. He is lapping other swimmers in the pool, which means that he is an entire 50 ahead of them. It might look like it's a tight race, but he is actually a whole 50 meters ahead. Really impressive feat for Hunter Payne in lane 7.
Risk has slowed down a little bit by about now a 5-second difference in the split now. Hunter Payne still in the lead Risk struggling to catch up to him at this point. The question is this going to be enough for him?
Oui, Hunter Payne, pour le moment, est en train de rattraper des nageurs dans la piscine. Il est 50 mètres devant eux. Ça lui a probablement donné un peu plus d'intensité. Voir quelqu'un devant toi que tu peux aller essayer de rattraper, surtout dans un 1500 où ça prend tellement de concentration, est un peu un avantage. Donc, je pense que pour lui, peut-être être dans le couloir 7 était vraiment une bonne chose.
At this point, every single swimmer's lungs are burning right now, but they're still pushing forward as we now enter very close almost to the end. The turn is 14:09.25. Hunter Payne in the lead still so far. Olivier Risk 14:14.26.
Yeah, Hunter Payne just looks so great. I mean, his strokes are long, his kick is good. This is really what you want to see in a 1500. His whole entire team cheering him on. I mean, everybody from Calgary Dinos right now pulling out their hair. They have a huge rivalry between UBC, so seeing him leading the other two UBC athletes into this last 50 is really impressive.
The bell has rung. Hunter Payne is firmly in the lead, 14:40.02. Olivier Risk trying to catch up, but Hunter Payne still with a lead at this point.
Hunter Payne, I mean, a rookie, like his ability to do this is so impressive. This is his first year. So solid. I mean, this is Rookie of the Year material right here.
Hunter Payne will get the gold in dominating fashion. 15:09.90. Olivier Risk will complete second, 15:15.52. And then Tanner Cole, 15:18.20. He takes third.
What an amazing U Sports for Tanner Cole. I mean, winning the 400 IM as a rookie. You know, I mentioned that maybe Hunter Payne would have a chance, but Tanner Cole is not going to let him get that Rookie of the Year title easy. These two first-year boys embracing in the water right now what dominant weekends both of them have had.
So 15:09.90 is the time. Hunter Payne confidently takes first in this event, the longest one of the night.
Yeah, seeing lots of emotions after the end of that race. This is the last individual race of the night before we move on to the relays. What an amazing weekend so far. Everybody has done their individual swims. Everybody's heads and eyes are going to be on this one last race.
Next up is medal presentations for the 200 backstroke, distance freestyles, as well as the presentations of our rookies and coaches of the year. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Delaney, Northwest Territories, the birthplace of hockey. Here, you'll find a community full of history and tradition. A community that Quaker surprised by transforming their arena kitchen into a Quaker breakfast bar. Stocked with our Canadian whole grain oats, it's now a place to gather, to eat, and to celebrate. We're proud to feed the passion for hockey in the place where it all started. Because we believe no matter where you're from, you've got this.
Early mornings, late nights, every rep, every sacrifice leading to this. Fueled by BioSteel, the best get the chance to make their mark. One weekend, one shot at glory.
It's now time for our next 4 medal ceremonies. All of tonight's silver medalists will earn second team All-Canadian honors, while our gold medalists will be named 2025 first team All-Canadians. We'd like to call upon U of T Sports Hall of Famer Marilyn Preston to make our first 2 presentations. Up first is the women's 200-meter backstroke. Receiving the bronze medal from University of British Columbia, Natasha Borromeo. Receiving the silver medal from University of Toronto, Angelica Bath. And receiving the gold medal from University of Calgary, Hannah Jensen. Congratulations, and thank you, Marilyn. Next up, the men's 200-meter backstroke. Presenting is three-time national champion and former Minister of Environment and Climate Change of Canada, Catherine McKenna. Receiving the bronze medal from McGill University, Loic Corville-Fortin. Receiving the silver medal from University of Toronto, Ben Lowen. Receiving the gold medal from University of British Columbia, Blake Tierney. Congratulations, and thank you, Catherine. And now, the medal presentations for our distance events. We'd like to call upon Tara Hatto, Youth Sports Director in Compliance and Eligibility, to make the presentations. First, the women's 800-meter freestyle. Receiving the bronze medal from McGill University, Iris Tinmouth. Receiving the silver medal from University of British Columbia, Anna Dumont-Bélanger. And receiving the gold medal from University of British Columbia, Emma O'Croynan. Congratulations, swimmers. And now the medal presentation for men's 1500-meter freestyle. Receiving the bronze medal from University of British Columbia, Tanner Cole. Receiving the silver medal from University of British Columbia, Olivier Risk. And receiving the gold medal from University of Calgary, Hunter Payne. Congratulations and thank you, Tara. And now, let's present our Rookie of the Year awards. We'd like to ask Mary Beth Challoner to come up to present these. The 2025 U Sports Men's Rookie of the Year is Nathan Thomas of University of Toronto. And the 2025 U Sports Women's Rookie of the Year is Raphael Tremblay from the Université de Laval.
Et maintenant, nous allons présenter notre prix de l'entraîneur de l'année.
Next up is the U Sports Coach of the Year Awards. The award is presented annually based on their overall record, leadership, contribution to university swimming, and overall improvement. The 2025 U Sports Women's Team Coach of the Year is Peter Carpenter from McGill University. And the 2025 U Sports Men's Team Coach of the Year is Paul Birmingham from University of Alberta. Ladies and gentlemen, our next event in the pool is the women's 400-meter medley relay.
Notre prochaine épreuve est le relais 400 mètres nage féminin.
Welcome back to live action on the final night of the 2025 U Sports Swimming Championships on CBC. My name is Amos Vang and Ainsley McMurray, my co-commentator. We've been your commentators for the entire event. Well, this is the final set of relays for the entire competition. As they all say, all good things must come to an end, Ainsley.
Yeah, although before it comes to an end, this is about to be an electric event. We have 3 heats of the women's 4x1 free. Sorry, 4x1 medley.
As we have the first final, the first heat of this relay. Here we go with the women's 4x100 meter medley relay.
And they are off. In lane 3 for the University of Manitoba Bison, we have Shia Guest. In lane 4, Brock University, Tatum O'Connor. And in lane 5 from the Waterloo Warriors, Megan Frost. Listen, Brock won the 4x50 medley at OUA's, beating teams of the likes of U of T and Western. So we know that they have a solid contingent of IMers. One very strong backstroker, they'll have a strong breaststroker, followed by a strong butterflyer and freestyler. So I think Brock's times will probably line up with a lot of the other athletes that we're going to see in the next few heats.
Brock in the lead so far in the backstroke leg of this medley relay. They'll come down the wall as Tatum O'Connor will end this in dominating fashion. Next leg coming inbound. Time is 1:01:20. We've got some breaststroke.
Yeah, Kelsey Fillion in the water for the University of Manitoba Bison. She is a known breaststroker, very, very strong athlete, so she is going to be trying to reel in Brock's Adriana Martone as much as possible. Kelsey Fillion pour l'Université de Manitoba est une très, très forte brasseuse, donc elle va essayer de rattraper Adriana Martone de Brock.
Adriana Martone for Brock University at the halfway point of the breaststroke, touches and turns 1:34.53. She's still leading by a comfortable margin.
Up here is the second leg, the 100-meter breaststroke of the 400-meter IM.
Really strong performances across the board for these three teams as we head into the next changeover. Brock going to have their swimmer Grace Chai, a first year for Brock in the butterfly. Very, very strong swimmer, had dominant performances at OUA. We'll be looking to extend Brock's lead here.
Martone will conclude her leg at 2:13.78. Grace Chai jumps in with some butterfly in the third leg of this relay.
Safe takeovers throughout, all women making sure that they do not leave the blocks before their teammate has touched. They want to make sure that they finish this relay and do not get disqualified. Des très bons échanges de relais ici. Chaque athlète a bien attendu pour que sa coéquipière touche le mur avant de partir pour s'assurer de finir ce relais sans une disqualification.
That's 2:42.74 at the halfway point of the butterfly. Chai still in the lead, looking to end this part of the race in dominating fashion.
I mean, Grace Chai for Brock is just flying right now. What a dominant performance for her. Already at the next changeover for Brock, and their freestyler is in the pool.
Mercero now steps in. 3:16.43 being the time. We've got the last leg being freestyle.
Oui, Quinn Mercero pour Brock est dans l'eau, suivi par Ella Howe de Manitoba et Alyssa Zhang de Waterloo. Waterloo a réussi à prendre l'avance sur Manitoba et essaie de mettre un temps qui va pouvoir leur classer contre les filles dans les deux prochaines séries de relais.
3:43.66 at the halfway point of the freestyle. It's all Brock University, your race-long leaders in this timed final. Brock University will close out in dominating fashion. They come up to the wall. Their final time, 4:13.96. They'll have the fastest time in this final.
So during the break, we saw the Rookie of the Year and Coach of the Year prizes. On the women's side, Raphael Tremblay from Laval took home the Female Rookie of the Year, and Nathan Thomas from the University of Toronto took home The men's rookie of the year, Peter Carpenter, was named women's coach of the year. And from the University of Alberta, Paul Birmingham took home the men's team coach of the year.
As we get set for the second timed final of the women's 4x100 meter medley relay. The fastest school in this timed final is the University of Guelph, 4:13.23 being the time in this timed final. Let's start off with some backstroke.
Yeah, 6 teams in the pool. In lane 2, Dalhousie University. In lane 3, University of Alberta. In lane 4, University of Guelph. In lane 5, Acadia University. In lane 6, Western University. And in lane 7, McMaster University. So in the water right now for Guelph is Alana Casasanta. Interestingly enough, the third swimmer, the butterflyer for Western University, is her sister, Gabriela Casasanta. It's really going to be a battle of the Casasanta sisters here.
It's a certain battle right there. So far, University of Alberta has the lead at this part of the backstroke leg. They're going to conclude this part soon.
Yeah, Bryn Firth with a really impressive first 50 in the backstroke leg. She will be hoping to give a lead to her teammates. Keeping them in the talk is Michaela Blake from McMaster University. She will be handing off to Sarah Gray right now.
And the University of Alberta leading 102.54 as we conclude the backstroke section. And let's get 4 lengths of breaststroke, shall we?
Yeah, Katie Giroux in the water for the University of Alberta. She is flanked by Kate Tuck from Dalhousie and Hannah Nordquist from Guelph. Hannah Nordquist had a dominant performance in the 50 breaststroke earlier today. She spent last year rehabbing from multiple injuries, so the fact to see her here back at U Sports with very strong performances is amazing.
University of Alberta leading 135.81. That's Anika Cameron still going strong in the breaststroke leg, but this is a bit of a close battle now as the University of Guelph's very own Ali Bertram keeping things within a half body length distance.
So in lane 6, the Western contingent of Hannah Estabrooks, Lauren Leung, Gabriela Casasanta, and Zia Wet-Zogel. They are missing their top breaststroker, Shona Brenton. I mean, she could have definitely won it. They came third at last year's U Sports thanks to her dominant performance. They're definitely missing her right here.
Alberta will still lead at the end of the breaststroke, 2:13.86. We've got some butterflying coming at the halfway point.
For Dalhousie, Mia Stang of Bloomberg is in the water. Annika Cameron's in the water for University of Alberta. Ali Bertram is doing the butterfly leg for Guelph, showing off her impressive speed and strength. As I mentioned, for Western, Gabriela Casasanta is in the water, and for Acadia, it is Sarah Bennett. Michelle Wang, who performed absolutely incredibly at the OUA Championships in the butterfly, is showing off her stellar underwaters right now, keeping Mac solidly in third, trying to fend off Gabriela Casasanta from Western.
Well, Alberta's still in the lead, but Guelph is still behind their tail, not that far off in this part of the butterfly. They will end off the butterfly section in a very close battle. Guelph is slowly gaining ground. At the turn, it's going to be Alberta, 3:14.94 in the lead. We've got 4 lengths of freestyle.
C'est une compétition entre 4 équipes en ce moment pour l'Université de Alberta, Guelph, Western et Mac. Shauna Walker de Jong in the water right now for Mac. She was a medalist in last year at U Sports in the 50 free. She has incredible speed, so she will be doing everything she can to move Mac up in the placings in this relay.
3:41.97 is the time. It's still in Alberta's favor. Guelph still close behind in this relay.
Zia has been having an absolutely incredible debut here at U Sports. She came to Western as an international student, has been a massive steal for the Western Mustangs.
Alberta about to hold on to the lead. They will end the time final first. 4:11.65 is the time. 4:12.32 is the time for Guelph. And Alberta taking this time final.
4:11.65 pour l'Université de Alberta. Un temps dont se rappeler parce que toutes les filles dans la prochaine série vont savoir ce temps et faire de leur mieux pour battre. Pour le moment, Alberta sont en première position.
And now as we move on to the third and fastest time final of the women's 400-meter medley relay.
Durant la pause, nous avons nommé les recrues et les entraîneurs de l'année. Raphaël Tremblay de Laval a pris la recrue de l'année chez les dames. Nathan Thomas de l'Université de Toronto a pris la première position a pris le titre de recrue de l'année pour les hommes. Peter Carpenter a été nommé coach de l'année chez les dames. Et de l'Université de Alberta, c'était Paul Birmingham qui a pris le titre d'entraîneur pour les hommes de l'année. Now we can move on to the final of the women's 100-meter relay. This is, all the teams we've been talking about all weekend, isn't it, Amos?
Well, we got the University of British Columbia in lane 4. And the meet record for this event is also held by UBC. 3:58.66 set in 2017. The pool record, 4 minutes 6:9, held by U of T. And the Canadian record, 3:46.22, set in 2022.
It is absolutely electric around the pool deck right now. Everybody on their feet watching this final event for the women's. It is a blend of colors. We see red, we see yellow, some blue. Everybody wearing their team colors and wearing them proud.
The lights are on. And the swimmers are about to enter the pool. Here we go. The fastest time final of the women's 4x100 meter medley relay. Let's start off with some backstroke, shall we?
The defending national champions in this event, University of Toronto. I was on that relay. It was my last race of U Sports, so this event is extremely special to me. Let's see if the University of Toronto can defend that title. They are in lane 8 with Angelica Bath in the water. In lane 7 from the University of Victoria is Olivia Rochat. In lane 6 from the Ottawa GG's Abby McKinley. In lane 5 from Calgary, Hannah Johnson, who just won the 200 backstroke. In lane 4, UBC Thunderbirds, Bridget Burton, who won the 100 back and was not able to swim the 200 back tonight. She will be extra rested, as we can see by how far ahead she is at the moment. Mimi Mastro Mateo, she just missed a medal in the 100 backstroke, coming off some pretty serious health issues, so she is absolutely dominating every single performance that she's had this weekend. I'm just so proud.
UBC in the lead into the end of the backstroke section. They will touch at 58.73 as they begin the second leg of the relay, this time with breaststroke.
Yeah, Eloise Allen in the water for the UBC Thunderbirds. She's one that probably could have swum any of the legs of this relay. She is just so strong. We have Alexandre Lepage in the water for Calgary. You know exactly what that means. She is so strong at the breaststroke. She's going to do everything she can to get Calgary up ahead. We have Natalie Day, who's been a name to listen to for McGill. This is going to be a huge battle between Calgary and McGill for that women's team's second spot.
1:30.04 at the turn. Here's UBC still in the lead. It's a full body length ahead of the rest of the competition. Still plenty of swimming left to go.
Sandy Tremblay dans l'eau pour natation rouge et or et pour l'Université de Lethbridge, McKenna Wood. On est dans les derniers 12 mètres et le prochain échange pour ce relais. On va passer au papillon maintenant.
Calgary has gained some ground. They're inching in. They will still maintain the second touch, but they're just off by about 9/100 of a second. 2:06.24 split for the UBC Thunderbirds.
Una Brokjovic is in the water right now for the UBC Thunderbirds. Emily Deschazal for McGill. And Madison Jacques for the University of Calgary. Una looking over a little bit at Madison when she breathes to make sure that she is strongly keeping her lead.
The Thunderbirds, 2:33.90, still in the lead. Calgary still keeping close behind them, trying to get into the lead rather. It's still a fight to the end.
The University of Toronto with Nina Mullins has just taken the third spot, and they are finishing off with Tegan Vanderleek. She has been a stellar swimmer, taking the second spot in the 50 free. Although McGill is finishing off with Liz Ling, who came third in that 100 free. So this is going to be a big battle. UBC, they've gotten it. Kyla Sanchez in the water. We've heard about her all weekend. She's going to be untouchable. It's going to be up to Eliza Hausman for Calgary to keep them in that second place as Tegan McKenzie and Liz Ling try to run her down.
Sanchez, as Ainsley said, is in the pool. She enters the halfway point of her freestyle leg. She will turn at a time of 3:31.72.
That was an outstanding middle 200 between Tina Guam and Nina Mullins. They brought U of T back into the conversation. Right now, it is all UBC all day. Calgary pretty solidly in second, but Tegan going to do what she can to catch Eliza Hausman. Liz Ling keeping McGill solidly in fourth, but Ottawa trying to do the best they can to stay in the conversation with Isabel Melanson.
Sanchez will take home the gold for UBC, 3:59.16 being the final time. Calgary finishes second, McGill finishes third.
Almost I could barely hear you talk when that happened. The crowd went wild in the building for U of T's bronze medal. Tegan Vanderleek really holding down the fort for U of T. An amazing final leg for her. Wow, what a great final race on the women's end. We can see the UBC Thunderbirds lifting up their hands and flapping their Thunderbird wings. Congratulations, ladies.
Thanks for the correction, Ainsley. I misread the board. It was U of T who got the bronze in this one. 4:06.99 being the time. As we move on to the men's side. The men's 4x100 meter medley relay.
Yeah, we have three finals of the men's 4x100 medley relay. Nous avons trois séries du 400 mètres cunis chez les hommes. Dans la première série, nous avons Acadia University dans le couloir 3, l'Université de Montréal dans le couloir 4 et l'Université de Regina dans le couloir 5.
Here is the first time final of the men's 4x100 meter medley relay. Acadia in lane 3.
The men are off. Victor A. Young de l'Université de Montréal dans le couloir 4 nage du dos pour eux. Il est particulièrement doué, on l'a vu dans le 200 papillons. Donc c'est vraiment intéressant de le voir dans le dos. Des fois, c'est ça qui doit être fait parce que l'Université de Montréal, ils ont vraiment des bons nageurs de papillons. Jacob Saint-Germain va nager pour eux. Donc Victor, plutôt doué au dos, va prendre cette position-là. Hans Li Yingping va faire la brasse et Raphaël Blamar, le nageur d'excellence du 400 mètres IM, va finir en libre.
Regina leading so far 27-1A, but it's a close battle between them and Montreal. They're going to enter the last length of the first leg of backstroke. Neck and neck between these two particular schools. Montreal just ever so slightly in the lead. First touch goes to Montreal, 56-7.
Oui, l'Université de Montréal en première position donne à Hans qui est en train de faire la brasse. C'est un nageur exceptionnel de brasse. Il s'est blessé juste avant cette compétition, donc le voir dans ce relais en ce moment montre à quel point il est là pour l'équipe. Not to give any spoilers, but should McGill come second overall on the women's team, it will be their best overall performance in the last 50 years. That's really a testament to the coaching ability and might be part of the reason that Peter took home the Female Coach of the Year. We will have to wait and see until the official results are displayed after the end of this event.
Absolutely well said, Ainsley. And as we still have plenty of swimming left to go in this relay, Montreal has taken the lead by a comfortable, dominating margin, a full body length ahead of the rest of the competition. Montreal will conclude this leg of the race. 1:58.98 is the time.
Jacob Saint-Germain de l'Université de Montréal est dans l'eau. Je vous dis, ils ont apporté une petite équipe, l'Université de Montréal. Tous ceux qui se sont qualifiés sont ici et ils crient fort pour lui. On entend leur intensité sur le bord de la piscine en ce moment.
Montreal still firmly in the lead here at the halfway point of the butterfly. 2:23.70 is the split time for them.
Le slogan de l'Université de Montréal est la force de la montagne. En ce moment, Jacob Saint-Germain en train d'utiliser toute la force du Mont-Royal pour finir ce 100 mètres papillon et donner la première position à Raphaël Blamard de l'Université de Montréal.
So Montreal will conclude the butterfly section of this 4x100 meter medley relay. They touch at 2:54.05.
Avant que Raphaël plonge dans l'eau, toute l'équipe de l'Université de Montréal et une partie de l'équipe de McGill était en train de crier son nom pour l'encourager. Ça montre la famille que la RSEQ a formée. Tout le monde est derrière Raphaël Blamard de l'équipe de la RSEQ pour qu'il fasse de son mieux dans ce 100 mètres libre en ce moment. Et il va tellement vite. Oh wow, son kick. Moi, je le connais plus comme un nageur de distance. Donc, voir cette vitesse dans ce 100 mètres libre, il a peut-être manqué quelque chose.
3:17.89 at the turn. That's the halfway point of the freestyle. This is going to be the last length. It has all been the Montreal for the majority of this race. They will come down.
Oui, Raphaël Blamard, ils veulent. C'est tout Raphaël Blamard. Juste maintenant, il finit dans un temps de 3:44.34 pour l'Université de Montréal.
3:44.34 the time for Montreal. They take the time final in comfortable fashion. Regina just behind them at 3:51.48. And Acadia 3:53.41.
We will now be moving on to Heat 2. That time of 3:44.34 is what the University of Montreal will be displaying to stack up against these other teams. They are actually ahead of a couple of the seeds. I can see 3 here that they might beat. So Rouge en Natation, Wilfred Laurier, and Dalhousie are going to have to beat their entry seed times to be able to come in with a time faster than Université de Montréal.
The main record is 3:32.36 held by UBC. The pool record, 3:31.48 all the way back in 2009. Canadian record, 3:21.17, set just 3 months ago as the swimmers get set in the second time final. All teams are set inside the pool. We're going to start off with some backstroke. This is the second time final of the men's 4x100 medley relay.
Dans le couloir 1, Rouge et Or, l'Université Laval, Juan Pablo Scolazos. Dans le couloir 2 de Wilfred Laurier et William Breyer. Dans le couloir 3 de l'Université d'Ottawa, Sam Greenshield. Dans le couloir 4 de McMaster, Emilio Gonzalez Marcial. In lane 5 from Western, David Hickey. Dans le couloir 6 de l'Université de Manitoba, Eric Dupré. Et dans le couloir 7 de Dalhousie University, Quinn Nolan. Listen, I said it before in the 200 back, Eric Dupré has become a backstroker. He has given up the 400 free, and he's really showing himself here in this 100-meter backstroke to lead off their relay.
26.89 is the time so far. The GG's leading on that first turn. It's a very big battle, though, as McMaster has taken the lead by a long shot. McMaster will end the backstroke leg in time. 55.43 is the time at the turn. We've got 4 lengths of breaststroke. McMaster still confidently in the lead. Gigi's trying to catch up to McMaster at this point in the race, but a full body length difference between them. At the halfway point of the breaststroke, McMaster touches and turns first. 1:23.46 is their time.
Yeah, already at the breaststroke leg, we're flying through this race. From Rouge et Or Natation, Marcus Sainton, Wilfred Laurier, Sean Ryan's in the water. Hugo Lemaire from the Ottawa GGs. Hayden Young from McMaster University, Theo Grabowski from Western. His sister also swims on the Western team, so another family of superstars.
GG's have gained some ground, still behind, but just a half body length as they speed up to the wall. McMaster will touch first, 1:56.43, as we end up into the butterfly section of this race.
So a classic thing that's done during the changeovers of relays is teams will yell the name of their teammate and start yelling it faster and faster and faster in the anticipation of the person coming into the wall. We're hearing a lot of that around the pool deck right now.
McMaster at the halfway point of the butterfly, 2:21.31 is their time so far. GG's 2:22.20 just behind them.
Yeah, Colin Campbell doing a great job at holding off Noah Taylor. Like I mentioned before, Noah Taylor, he's a TSC swimmer. He knows this pool. He grew up training here. So he is going to do everything that he can to catch McMaster and use that little advantage that he has in this 100 butterfly.
The GG's have gained some ground and have a slight lead at the end of the butterfly. They touch first, 2:51.28, 0.3 of a second ahead of the McMaster. It's still a tight battle now in freestyle. GG's now have the lead, but McMaster trying to catch up. Turn at the wall. It's GG's 3:15.47. McMaster still on their tail.
And de l'Université de Laval en ce moment, Hugo Janvier essaie de son mieux de rattraper le reste de la course, mais c'est tout dans le centre de la piscine. Kieran Stone de Western vient juste de prendre l'avance.
It's a fight to the battle. It's a 4-way battle. Who will touch first? At the end, it's the Mustangs who win. They were behind the entirety of the race, but when it mattered most, they turned it up to over 9,000 and got 3:41.67, taking this second final.
Et c'était notre médaillé de bronze, Luke Stewart-Binder, that really brought that in for Western, snagging that first place time in 3:41.67 for Western. That time will stack up against the next heat. Let's see how they do very soon. Great job, Luke.
And here's the start list for the third and final heat of the men's 4x100 medley relay. It's the usual schools: UBC, Calgary, U of T, McGill.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be absolutely incredible. We have 2 Olympians leading off with Blake Tierney and Finley Knox. But Calgary is going to give them a run for their money. Stephen Calkins is swimming the backstroke leg. He's been on the Canadian national team before, and leading up with Nicholas Duncan, who's had absolutely stellar breaststroke performances so far. U of T, who's currently in second place, will be leading off with Andrew Herman, who has had amazing backstroke performances. He is a phenomenon, also extremely good on relays. He led off their relay in the 4x1 free, doing a huge best time. So let's see what he can do here. And Nathan Thomas, your male recruit of the year, or rookie of the year for the University of Toronto, going in second. And then for McGill, Loïc Courville-Fortin, who had an amazing 200 backstroke, followed by Eric Linsyson, who's been dominating in the breaststroke. Also, your Community Service Award. I mean, that's just the first 200. We then have the second laps. This is going to be an absolutely wild relay. Trust me, there will be no time I'm worried you won't be able to hear us on the live stream. I have the mic right up to my mouth, but the crowd is electric. This is the loudest event of the whole entire competition historically. One not to miss.
The lights are on. The final countdown. The final event. This is the fastest final of the men's 4x100 meter medley relay.
Audible gasp as Stephen Calkin's back flops into the pool. That was a very loud noise that everybody noticed.
Here we go, the last event of the event.
Absolute silence on the start into absolute chaos in this race. This is going to be an absolutely stellar swim. I mean, these teams have put together 4 swimmers of top elite caliber to try to get this last gold medal of the meet.
It's an early battle now, halfway point, the backstroke leg. Thunderbirds, UBC 24-3-1 at the turn.
Blake Tierney en première place pour l'Université de la Colombie-Britannique, suivi de Andrew Herman qui essaie de l'attraper. C'est vraiment une grosse épreuve pour tout le monde, la dernière chance de gagner une médaille d'or.
As UBC is out in front, just by about a half body length, the Thunderbirds are down into the next leg. 57.8 is the time. Here we go with the second leg.
Finley Knox already in the water, already up and almost at the 25-meter mark for University of British Columbia. Nathan Thomas not letting him go, but wow, Eric Lindseisen has just flown this first 25 to put McGill back in contention of a second place finish. Nicholas Duncan for Calgary going to do everything he can to catch them as well. His stroke rate is extremely fast at the moment. He is taking almost 2 strokes in the same time that Finley Knox is taking 1, and that is saying something because Finley Knox is one of the best breaststrokers in the world.
Absolutely, absolutely. As 1:17.56 gets a split time, every single team has powered up to over 9,000 at this point. UBC still firmly in the lead with the higher power level as they enter the halfway point of this swim. They are still dominating, almost 2 full body lengths at this point. They will touch with a time 1:49.01.
Wells Ginzer in the water for the UBC Thunderbirds. Right behind him, Thomas McDonald is diving in for Calgary and Tristan Govier for McGill. I mean, this is just absolutely wild. Benjamin Lowen in for the University of Toronto. He is your OUA record holder. He is extremely strong underwater as he's demonstrating right now. He is going to try to chase down UBC with everything he's got.
2:13.07 is the split at the halfway point of the butterfly. UBC is all up in front right now.
Oh, Benjamin Lowen is really going for it. He almost rushed that wall, which is very uncharacteristic for him. He is putting everything that he has to catch Wells Ginzer from UBC. But Wells just has such a nice lead, almost a body length and a half ahead of the rest of the pack as Joel Blanco dives in for the UBC Thunderbirds.
2:41.37. Here is the last leg. UBC up in front, but over in second. U of T still keeping this relatively respectable.
Albert Boulay, finalist in the 100 free, is going to do everything that he can to catch UBC. Making up a body length on 100 free isn't easy, but he will do what he can. Right now, is it a battle between McGill and between Calgary? Jules Guérin for McGill in the water. Absolute stud. And then Gibson Black is in the water for Calgary.
Let's close this one out for the final time. UBC out in front. U of T trying to catch up. It's a fight to the battle. It's a fight to the end. UBC still up in front. They will take the event. 3:29.52. It's a new U Sport record and a new pool record here at U of T. UBC in dominating fashion. 3:29.52.
Calgary team going absolutely wild after they managed to snag the third place finish right ahead of McGill, who places in fourth with a time of 3:35.00. L'équipe de Calgary absolument énergisée. après avoir touché pour la 3e place juste devant McGill qui sont arrivés 4e. Alberta right now out of the water hugging. This is just the end of the competition. It happened so quickly. Everybody super emotional in this moment.
Well, 3 days. Now, ladies and gentlemen at home, before we close off, let me just tell you this. This is Ainsley's first time commentating anything. And I'll tell you one thing, I've been doing this job for over 10 years. I've announced 9 different sports, and I am very, very grateful to have worked with you these last 3 days, Ainsley. It has been amazing. You've done a great job at your very first time commentating, and of all places, CBC.
Yeah, commentating at home for me, this felt really natural, talking about my friends swimming in the pool. It really helped that I had an amazing co-commentator. I really could not have done it without you. And we went through this whole weekend with the guidance of Jill Clark. Just so amazing having her helping us. Does not get enough recognition.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much to everyone who are watching. We will turn it over to our in-pool announcers for our final medal presentations, as well as the closing ceremonies. For Ainsley McMurray and myself, Amos Vang, for the final time this night. Thank you so much for watching the 2025 U Sports Swimming Championships on CBC.
Catch every exciting moment of U Sports Championships on CBC Gem and cbcsports.ca. All of U Sports Championships action is exclusively on CBC Gem and cbcsports.ca. It's now time for our final 2 medal ceremonies of Day 3. All of tonight's silver medalists will earn second-team All-Canadian honors, while our gold medalists will be named 2025 first-team All-Canadians. Up first is the women's 400 medley relay. We'd like to call upon Tara Hatto, U Sports Director of Compliance and Eligibility, to make the presentations. Receiving the bronze medal from the University of Toronto, Angelica Bath, Tina Guan, Nina Mullen, and Tegan Vander Leek. Receiving the silver medal from University of Calgary, Hannah Johnson, Alexandre Lepage, Madison Jacques, and Eliza Hausman. And receiving the gold medal from University of British Columbia, Bridget Burton, Eloise Allen, Una Borshkrevink, and Kyla Noelle Sanchez. Congratulations, swimmers. Up next, the men's 400-meter medley relay. Up next, the men's 400-meter medley relay. Receiving the bronze medal from University of Calgary, Stephen Calkins, Nicholas Duncan, Thomas McDonald, and Gibson Black. Receiving the silver medal from University of Toronto, Andrew Herman, Nathan Thomas, Ben Lowen, and Albert Boulay. And receiving the gold medal from University of British Columbia, Blake Tierney, Finley Knox, Wells Ginzer, and Joel Blanco. Congratulations and thank you, Tara.
Il est maintenant temps de présenter les prix du nageur de l'année.
We'd like to now ask Connor Harris, 2025 U Sports Swimming Championships convener, to welcome back and present our 2025 U Sports Swimmers of the Year Awards. The 2025 U Sports Men's Swimmer of the Year is, from University of British Columbia, Finley Knox. And the 2025 U Sports Women's Swimmer of the Year is, from University of British Columbia, Kyla Noelle Sanchez. Congratulations.
Et maintenant, c'est le prix de notre équipe masculine, y compris les trophées et les bannières.
And now, on to our men's teams awards. We'd like to ask Mary Beth and Tara come back up to the podiums for our presentations. In the men's standings, in 5th place, the University of Alberta. In 4th place, McGill University. In 3rd place, University of Calgary. In 2nd place, University of Toronto. And the 2025 U Sports Men's Swimming Championships champions are the University of British Columbia. Please come up to receive your medals. And now, the banner and trophy to the 2025 U Sports Men's Swimming Champions, University of British Columbia.
Et maintenant, la bannière et trophée remis aux champions de e-sport en natation masculine, aux champions Université Colombie-Britannique.
Congratulations, swimmers.
Et maintenant, sur les prix de notre équipe féminine, y compris les trophées et les bannières.
And now, on to our Women's Teams Awards. In 5th place, the University of Alberta. In 4th place, University of Toronto. In 3rd place, University of Calgary. In 2nd place, McGill University. And the 2025 U Sports Women's Swimming Champions are the University of British Columbia. Please come up to receive your medals. And now, the banner and trophy presentations to the 2025 U Sports Women's Swimming Champions, University of British Columbia.
Et maintenant, la bannière et le trophée remis aux champions de U-Sport 2005 en natation féminin, Université de Colombie-Britannique. Félicitations à tous les gagnants. Ils ont certainement été les meilleurs parmi les meilleurs. Félicitations à tous les gagnants. Ils ont certainement été les meilleurs parmi les meilleurs. Ceci conclut la cérémonie de remise des médailles. Nous avons remercié d'être ici pour célébrer les réalisations de tant d'excellents athlètes de l'e-sport. Nous espérons que vous avez profité de votre séjour ici à Toronto. Faites un bon voyage de retour, à bonne soirée.
Congratulations to all the winners. They certainly were the best of the best. This concludes our award ceremony. We thank you for being here to celebrate the accomplishments of so many great youth sports athletes. We hope you enjoyed your time here in Toronto. Safe travels home and good night.
U-Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Theraburn Medical Supplies, Les Bag Baron Rings, et par and by BioSteel.